at Penn State. So he's getting the people in the backfield.
So, again, same number even.
That's crazy.
So, I think they got an awesome player. Who's on the board, Donnie?
Patriot time, baby.
All right, Patriots. Do they just go boring, do you think? Do they say, we'll protect Drake May. We'll take left tackle.
I live with a Patriots fan. Oh, so irritating.
How many Super Bowls do the Broncos have?
How many rings does this person have?
So, New England, key losses and gains. So they signed Stephon Diggs to address their lack of top-tier receiver. They also signed Morgan Moses, a right tackle, to shore up the offensive line. Losses, they released Jaywan Bentley and traded Joe Milton III, a quarterback, to the Cowboys.
So, do you think, Donnie, this is a question for you from our beloved co-host.
Not a quarterback.
Do you think the Broncos trade out of the first round to allow the Giants to come up and take a quarterback? I'm going to come in here. I think no. I think they take the best offensive player, whether it's wide out or running back.
The Broncos?
Yeah, once they're on the clock. I don't think they trade out.
Yeah, why would they? See, if they trade out, don't they give up their best opportunity at the person I want that isn't going to be available?
I know what I would do if I were them. I would do everything I could to trade up to like 7, 8 and get the best running back I can get.
Yeah.
Jenny, he's still on the board.
That's what I'm thinking.
Still on the
That's
board.
what I would do.
The Patriots might trade with it.
Other than Jenny, are you thinking of Marion or like? I'm just hoping that somebody's available.
I'm telling you, I even like Scatterboo, dude. Like, I like that kid.
I don't think he's.
Dude, I
don't even know if he's a first rounder. So I do like him. I
love his mental.
He's lacking a little top end speed. You can catch okay.
Give me the ball, man. I'm just going to run over people.
It will be fun to watch. Mike Allstott. Who was the dude for the Browns for a year or two? Remember he played Peyton Hillis.
Yeah.
Be like him.
You know, the thing about the Broncos is they almost, for years and years, they pride themselves on finding like top talent in weird ways. So they're not really known to go for the top guy. They try and make somebody. They always thankfully make something awesome out of somebody who they never thought was going to be an awesome running back. You know what I mean? So hopefully they don't do that this year.
Vader had to leave for the night, so.
Night, Vader. Yeah, Thank you, man. Buddy. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a good one. Can't wait to see you on episode 1. First game of the week.
Maybe
join us and have a blast.
Maybe San Francisco gives Denver their first round pick for Denver's first and second round next year.
What's your scheme for that?
Where do you guys draft?
11.
And the Broncos are what? 17?
20.
Are we 20?
That's too much, I think.
Hold on.
I'm just saying. Then you get the 11th and the 20th pick.
The Broncos are 20.
I'm saying we don't get a pick back. We get your first and second for next year.
Yo, how many organs do we have to sell to get an early draft pick here? If you're a Broncos fan,
it's not happening.
Is it a kidney?
It's not happening. This is a good spot, though.
So now the Jaguars aren't 5, the Browns are 5.
Correct.
Is that okay? So they swap.
Yes.
Okay.
It would have been cool if they would have made a play where they had second and fifth. Could you imagine that one?
I'm learning.
Who did the Texans, right? They made a pick and then they traded right back up for the next pick. It was C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson.
It happens more often than what you think.
Ah, man. I thought the Giants were going to go quarterback. I thought they were going to change the whole draft. So really, this is just, other than the trade, I mean, the person who was picked is really just following the script right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they go quarterback when they have Rodgers now?
The Giants?
Yeah.
The Giants. I don't even know who their starting quarterback is.
I thought they were going to go with Rodgers.
No, he's going to. Well, people believe he might end up in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Best player available right now, they're saying, is Gentry.
I like how
Genty.
I like how you say gentry, like country music.
Yeah, Gentry in your man.
Genty, I think it is. Ashton Genty.
Jenny.
It's Jenny.
Patriots select
Is it in?
Will Campbell.
Did they really?
So I'm just going off of our insider here.
Wow, he's a tackle.
Yeah, left tackle.
Yeah,
Wow.
from LSU.
Left tackle. So that's what I thought they were going to do. They got Drake May. Might as well protect them. They didn't give him even any competition. They traded away their quarterback to, oh my God, what did they trade him to? To the Cowboys. So, Joe the Rocket Milton. So, yeah, we have an NFL insider telling us the picks.
Man, look at that. It's like the
Hey,
green
what?
Beetlejuice.
If he can't be here, tell him to stop sending us pics.
Yeah, how many DPs can you get in one show? Trying to hold it together.
Russ made it.
Yeah, we brought it for you.
We need him, guys. We need him. We're about 3 minutes behind.
There it is. I couldn't find the jersey, guys. I think she threw it out because it gave us bad luck.
Tedder asked if we're giving away a jersey tonight, or did he miss here?
Oh, this is what we're giving away, Tedder. You could win this. Actually, we're going to have a giveaway.
What jersey giveaway?
I don't know. I didn't say it.
Super Bowl winning MVP.
Anyway, so you need to protect your stud young quarterback.
Who is he?
Some
Drew.
It's impossible to pull up lineman stats because I don't even know if anyone keeps them at all. So
I'm sure
Campbell,
someone does.
prototypical size and strength, excellent footwork and hand placement. He played in the SEC, so he had elite experience as far as the guys he's playing against. He can sometimes struggle with speed rushers, gets a little heavy in his feet, needs to clean up some of the penalty issues he's been having, so he would have been a great Bronco if they did trade up for him, keeping that penalty, that offensive holding alive. And then his balance can be a little inconsistent in space when he has to move around. But you get the best left tackle in the draft, and you protect Drake May for the future.
Now, I just want to know how many holding penalties he had last year. That's all. Yeah, that's obviously not a lot to go this early.
I didn't put any numbers in my research,
No.
so I'm not the numbers guy.
Well, Browns are on the clock.
Browns are on the clock.
Key losses: cornerback Mike Ford, tight end Harrison Bryant, and center Nick Harris. Key gains: defensive end Malik Collins signed a 2-year contract. The re-signing of Myles Garrett for 4 years is huge. Quarterback Jameis Winston signed to be Watson's backup, despite Joe Flacco's performance.
Do we go quarterback, guys?
I think they almost have to. I really do. I don't. Do you foresee Flacco being their quarterback all year?
Man,
And who is their backup?
They also have Jerry Jeudy.
you're not creating any.
Is that who their backup is?
No, it's
No. I'm not Judy. Well, obviously he's
He's
the
a wideout.
wide receiver.
Well, you have Deshaun Watson, Jameis Winston, and then Joe Flacco.
I don't think Watson's going to play at all.
I'm
I think he
just-
got hurt.
I'm just saying.
They might go quarterback.
Shadora Brown, can you imagine?
No.
For them.
For Shador,
42 quarterbacks, and I just can't. We were
3
talking.
years or whatever, yeah.
In 3 years.
What was the number, Doug?
It was like
It was
12.
like since 2000, they had 40 quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yep.
That's wild.
I'd be so scared if I was
Who's our pick? I lost
if
my
I was a
insider
quarterback
here.
right now.
I take Ashton here
Jenny, you think it's a running back?
because they have Jerome Ford and Pierre Strong Jr.
I want Ashton.
Chubb's coming back.
They're not going to take him.
No way.
See, Shador is who they're taking. I could feel it
You
in
think
my
so?
bones.
You think so? I got no insider information on this one. All right. Switch us over to the other network, see where they're at.
This is faster. This one's ahead of the other one by like 5 seconds.
You know what? Tedder always knows stuff before me, too. I don't know what it is.
Well, the streaming stuff is about 20 minutes, or about 20 or 30 seconds behind.
Nah.
It's just like his connection. I don't know what it is. We'll be watching, like, even when I had Xfinity, he would, like, he'd have 45 seconds on me, and we'd be watching, you know, a football game, and he'd start cheering.
Our insider says they select defensive tackle Mason Graham. So, this dude's a beast in the middle, though. Ton of pressures. He's about 300 pounds. For some reason, people were saying he's a little bit small, that he can sometimes get bullied and knocked down.
320.
320 they have him?
6'3", 320.
I don't know if that's true.
Why would they lie?
This is right off ESPN.
Yeah, but you always gain 20 pounds at your pro day, and your arms get a little longer. Anyway.
Yo, wish mine did. You should see my bedroom statistics. I enter the bedroom, and all of a sudden, I'm like a
So he had a
Godzilla.
total of 46 tackles last year.
Yeah, dude's a beast.
Wow.
Dude's a beast. Explosive first step, relentless motor, excellent leverage with hand usage, versatile across multiple defensive schemes. So he could play 3-4, he could play the 4-3. You know, he's a good guy in the nickel. His arms are a little short, but pro day, you know, he gained a couple inches, so he's okay. Donnie, you need to go to a pro day. Occasionally, he over-pursues a little bit, gets too aggressive, and he needs to develop a broader array of pass rush moves. He likes to bull rush a lot, so he needs to get that spin move going. So
it's all in the hips, man.
That's what they tell you. He's got a slap. He's got a slap and swim.
He's got a stroke, huh?
Yeah,
he's got a nice little stroke.
Yeah. So there it is, that bull rush. He just monstered that guy. So how many sacks, Doug? I don't think a lot, right? Maybe 12 or something like that.
It was 3.5.
Really? Barely any sacks?
For his
senior
last
year.
Yeah. It looked like a total of maybe 10.
Not a huge number, but that's not his job.
You know what? Here's the thing. When you're a monster truck of a man, your wingspan doesn't have to be that damn big.
So here's something cool about him is they'll even stand him up in a 2-point stance rather than getting him down in the dirt sometimes. And there's not a lot of defensive tackles that can be effective from the 2-point stance. So dude is a freak. So I think it'll be exciting. And that was the Browns?
Yep. Now you have the Raiders.
That's the Browns.
The Raiders.
All right, so Shador, Tom Brady's his mentor. I don't know that he's going to go here. They do have Geno.
Well,
but big connection to Tom Brady, who's a part owner.
Here's their gains and losses. So they have Geno Smith acquired from Seattle. They got Jeremy Chin. He's a safety. Alex Kappa is a guard signed to bolster that offensive line. And their losses, they have Divine Diablo.
Yeah, he went to the Falcons.
Oh, yeah, he's with the Falcons now. Robert Spillane with the Patriots. Trevor Morig, he's a safety. Trevon. And Nate Hobbs, cornerback.
So, Maddie says if he's the Raiders, he goes Jenny. Yeah. So, Ashton, man.
Death chart.
I want to see them go Shador. I think that's a good team for him. Las Vegas, Shador in Las Vegas, Tom Brady his mentor.
Let's see if they're death
Geno's, there to guide him along. However,
I mean, Raheem Mostert, Sincere McCormick, and Zamir White. And Zamir, I thought he was going to be decent. He didn't pan out yet.
Well, here's what I'll say. It's Pete Carroll. And when we see the most successful, it's
you mean when you could have given it to Skittles and
yeah, maybe he doesn't go with the running back. He goes with the quarterback. Can you imagine?
I still can't imagine.
Stays with it.
That.
Doug saying he messes it up and he goes with the quarterback here. Doesn't even look like they know. Look at their war room. Still walking around.
Yeah, who are we taking, guys? I don't know.
They're gonna run out of 10 minutes. It'll go.
What about that water boy from Florida State?
Oh man. So they yeah, I don't see how they pass up on Jenny with that running back room that you just said. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I mean,
And Tedder said he's gonna go to his Discord and try to get some, little liven up the chat a little bit.
Matthew Golden.
Let's get
I
some
don't know
drinks
why.
flowing, boys.
I don't know why
It's draft night.
Ultimate isn't talking.
I mean, they could go after that Golden receiver, the Matthew Golden.
The pick is in.
Oh, it is?
Ashton Jenny.
Is it?
Yep. Ashton Jenny.
Oh,
Where running backs go to die.
Yeah, so now they're going to have the best
Broncos are going to have to
running
deal with
back
that
in the
now twice a freaking year.
the best running back in the draft to not hand the ball to on the goal line.
I'm mad about it.
Who's a slot receiver there? He's going to get some touchdowns.
I'm so mad about it. I just hate the Raiders so bad.
Who's on the clock?
And now the Broncos are going to have to defend that.
Jets, Jets.
Eagles.
So I'll pull up some facts. Are you pulling up his stats?
Ashton?
Yeah, I'm pulling up some facts about him here. So my fingers aren't, they're a little fat, so it's hard to get him to push what I want. Exceptional vision and patience. Excels in both gap and zone schemes. Elite elusiveness. Led the nation in forced missed tackles per carry and reception. Outstanding production. He rushed for over 2,000 yards last year. He played against non-Power 5 competition, so his level of competition is a bit of a concern. He lacks that top-end breakaway speed. He can get caught from behind, and limited exposure to elite defenses. His performance against some top-tier teams is unproven. So, but anyway, against who he played, this dude is a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Watch these highlights. He is.
Look at he's like really low to the ground. He reminds me of like an Emmett Schmidt.
He doesn't stop.
They said Jones Drew. It's a good comparison because he's small, he's compact, he's explosive.
So he had 374 carries for 2,601 yards last year.
Yeah.
That's 7 yards.
I believe he broke Barry Sanders' college record.
Really?
I believe he did.
29 touchdowns. And in his sophomore year, because he was a junior this past year, his sophomore year, he had 220 carries for 1,347 yards, which is 6.1 yards per carry, and 14 touchdowns.
Yeah, the dude's I say we bring back the nickname Muscle Hamster for this guy.
Muscle Hamster.
Yeah, I like it.
Right.
Receiving, this year he caught 23 passes for 138 yards, but last year, the year before, he caught 43 for 569. So he can catch the ball out of the backfield as well.
He can. They didn't use him.
He ran.
So some of the things that I saw about him, Matt thinks that he was short of Barry's record by a little bit, but anyway, he can catch. They just didn't use him that way just because I think they wanted him to be the Heisman, and they thought to get there he had to break Barry's record. Also, he blends into the field. That's an unfair advantage that Boise State has when they go. They're all blues. You can't even see anybody.
Yeah. Camouflage.
So his freshman year, he had 7 touchdowns, but 19 and 30 the next 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a lot of touchdowns, man.
Damn.
Wow.
It's a lot of
There
touchdowns.
he is, Emmitt Smith comparison.
Oh, no.
Nailed it.
See, I say it and nobody says anything. Now it's on the big screen.
I still don't think so.
I do.
Dude, 4.48.
I do.
Yeah, not super. That's what I was saying. He doesn't have that elite speed.
It's like a salamander with a jetpack on his back.
So, and to me, he has some. Zeke might have been faster than him, but he has that ability to smash through,
acceleration.
College.
Yeah.
That's what they just said. That smooth acceleration. Look at his little spin move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Switched the ball out to his right hand so that way he doesn't fumble as much.
Go number 22. So, I'm sticking with Jones Drew. He's a little dude. I don't think he weighs. What is he? 215 maybe? I don't think he weighs that much either. He needs to put on some bulk.
215, 5'9", 215.
Yeah. I think he needs to get a little bigger if he's going to be smashing through. Like, imagine him playing against, he doesn't play for the Niners anymore, but Dre Greenlaw. So Dre Greenlaw's going to run over a 215-pound back. Linebacker.
I was looking on here. They lost to Penn State.
Yeah.
He had 30 carries and 104 yards in that game.
That's not that good. They just kept feeding it to him.
I think that's pretty good for a Penn State defense.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I mean, that's, they were saying that he ran against teams that weren't that good.
Yeah.
They were, and he still got over 100 yards.
Yeah, 30 carries, though.
Okay.
He's under 4 yards a carry, right?
Yeah, 3.5, 3.6.
That's not great. They just kept feeding it.
But again...
Anyway, who's on the clock, Donnie?
The Jets.
Jets.
So they got Justin Fields, so QB is out, right?
Yeah. Maybe not. What, yeah, I don't think so, because Shedeur Sanders, his speed probably isn't that high in Madden.
Key games, Justin Fields and Jermaine Sherwood, linebacker.
All right.
Key losses, TJ Yeldon. That's
it.
Pretty much it.
Aaron Rodgers. So, what do these guys go with? So he's asking, what do you think Brick wants? So Brick on the board probably goes wide out. What do you think?
I think Brick takes that cornerback from Texas, Barron. Because
he's got sauce, though.
He's going to have a higher
speed,
rating on.
What about Jihad, that linebacker from I think Bama? Maybe. You might go with him. He's probably got 92 speed.
Campbell.
I don't know.
Yeah,
with Rodgers leaving, how is their offense looking like? How many people left the Jets?
Not a lot. That's what we just looked
at. They're all
pretty
much the same?
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot changed there. Who's their number one receiver for the Jets?
I'll tell you in a second.
They might go with that Golden out of Texas, that wideout.
That's what I said about him earlier.
Yeah.
I just think I'm feeling some, defensively.
Garrett Wilson is their best wideout.
And Josh Reynolds.
They might go wideout.
Mason Graham? No.
Alan Lazard and Xavier Gibson.
What are you talking about? Mason Graham was drafted.
What are you talking about? Show him on my thing here.
Yeah, he got drafted, dude.
By who?
You got a refresher.
Where's my refresher?
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it.
I'll watch it.
Tedder is wondering where you guys think Aaron Rodgers goes. So he's been talking to Pittsburgh. So I don't know that he has a lot of options.
If we trade Purdy, he might end up in San Francisco.
Imagine.
Isn't he from that area?
Imagine.
Yeah, he's from that area. That'd be the nicest weather he ever played in, huh?
That's nice. I did a refresh and my thing went blank. Look, nothing on the bottom.
It's so funny.
It's got awesome internet.
So,
let's just wait for it.
Is that the pick that's in there?
There it is.
Matt?
There you go.
Yeah, pick is in. Armand Membo, tackle.
A tackle.
So they said,
you guys were way off.
They said we're going to protect
whoever's going to be
there when they
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Yeah. So we're going to protect Justin Fields. Guys, Shedeur is sliding. So
because Panthers aren't going to take him.
I think Membu was rated as maybe a right
This
tackle.
is round one. How long does round one go for?
Until 11, like we told you earlier tonight.
Yeah, I don't pay attention.
Holy shit with this guy.
So 11 teams pick round 11.
No, 11 p.m. So you're saying teams? There's 32 teams.
Yeah.
32 picks tonight. You'll be over around 11:15.
Okay.
So Membo out of Missouri.
I didn't even bring my sleeping bag.
Powerful blocker with a wide base and a thick frame. Excels at sustaining blocks and winning the line of scrimmage. 0 sacks allowed last year. He can expose his chest to defenders, which is terrible if you're an offensive lineman. It lets him get right in you, create separation, get to your quarterback. However, didn't allow any sacks. People are thinking that because he has short arms that he'll probably be a guard in the NFL. And then he needs a little bit of refinement. He's more of a road grader than a pass blocker. So we'll see. We'll see what happens to him. I think he's going to be a Quentin Nelson type guy. If you remember for the Colts, came out and dominated straight out of the gate. I do like him. See, they don't all go. He's home with his family.
Yeah, I'm more of a road rager.
Road rager? Than a road grader?
Than a road raider, yeah.
Doug hopes he goes to San Fran.
Who?
But it wouldn't be a bad choice.
Who?
And said someone give Donnie a blankie.
Membo?
He said somebody
Give me a blankie. Yeah, we're going to be here all night. We're going to be up all night.
Donnie's already tired.
No, actually, I woke up at like 3 o'clock, so I'm good to go. No, not true. Not true. Actually, I was cutting grass by 9:30. And I was wondering, is this too early to be cutting grass?
Yeah.
They yell when I bring out the leaf blower.
Yeah.
It's loud. Yeah.
The Panthers pick is in.
Wow.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, they said, screw it, we're taking Jalen Walker. I don't know who they actually took.
I was thinking the defensive player.
So anyway, gains and losses for the Panthers.
I didn't get there.
They were too quick on us.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Key losses.
When the Broncos are able to pick, there's no way we don't get a running back, right?
So key losses for the Panthers. Miles Sanders, released in March. Punter Johnny Hecker. Linebacker Frankie Louvu.
All right.
And cornerback Dante Jackson. He was traded to the Steelers.
Yeah, he's quick.
Key gains. Edge rusher Patrick Jones II and Bobby Brown III. Defensive tackle Tershon Wharton. Safety Trayvon
Morig, yeah.
Quarterback Dane Jackson. Punter Sam Martin. Wide receiver David Moore. Linebacker Christian Roseboom. And running back Rico Dottle.
I think, man, they got to go offensive line. They can't risk losing any more linemen. They need to protect Bryce Young in order to have him develop. You can't bench him halfway through the year and then play him again at the end of the year. You can't keep doing that to the kid. I think you got to protect him. However, I don't know that they're taking the third best lineman at this point. Some guys on the board, Tyler Booker, Tate Ratledge out of Georgia. You can't go wrong with a Georgia guy. Tyler Booker's out of Bama.
Grace Abel.
He's what, a center? Yeah. I don't know.
Yo, what's up, Odeka?
I don't know if they need a center there.
Calvin Banks Jr.
Yeah, Banks. I didn't think of that one. That might be the guy.
Yay, sports ball. You ever hear of football be called sports ball?
Odeka joins the chat and immediately hurts my feelings by calling it sports ball.
Yeah, that's sports ball. You ever hear of football called
Go
sports ball?
Local sports
I
team.
love it. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, she's a girl, so
That football's a devil.
it's a sports ball.
Go
I love Odeka.
local college
Just so you know,
and/or protein.
you know you met somebody when you met Odeka. Let me tell you. She gives her cats meow Joanna. And they're the happiest cats in the world.
Apparently she's a Tedder's angel, huh?
Something like that. They're a little close.
Yeah.
So what are they saying about the Panthers?
What about Tedder's Angel?
That's Odeka.
In the chat?
Yeah.
They're making out.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna have to put a paper over it. It's getting
Wow.
It's getting steamy.
yeah. My screen's all steamy.
Oh, yeah. Apparently they figured out how to fit a hot tub in our chat.
I'm gonna be like,
Yo, can't even see you guys through the glasses. Anyway, are we on the Panthers? Just so that way I, don't.
Odeka played softball for 8 years. So that's the only sport she knows.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah.
We're saying the Carolina Panthers have several key needs going into the 2025 draft.
I'd like to see San Francisco trade down here.
Yeah, we're not even talking about San Fran yet.
So here's another one, Jalen Walker.
Let me know when that happens.
I think Jalen Walker here. or
I'd like to see the Niners get Barron. I really would.
Shador Sanders.
Well, they're saying that the Panthers are in dire need of an edge rusher, safety, potential wide receiver. Specifically, they could use a top-tier edge rusher.
Yeah, so Michael
improve their
Williams,
pass rush.
Jalen Walker,
Jalen Walker.
James Pierce Jr.
Oh.
Panthers select T-Mac to Torrey McMillan.
Oh, yeah?
The pick is in.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver,
Wow.
the best in the draft, Tet Mac.
I mean, they do need a wideout.
yeah, give him a weapon. You
Yeah,
can
let's
develop
get
a
that guy first.
So the dude's 6'5", 6'5", strong hands at the catch, polished route runner with excellent body control, highly productive with an enormous catch radius. However, doesn't possess elite speed, but neither did Larry Fitzgerald. Mostly played outside, no slot experience, and he can struggle to separate against quicker defensive backs just because he's big, strong.
And when you could out-jump everybody,
Yeah,
He had 84 catches for 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns.
they're saying, he could be another Drake London type guy. Doesn't have elite speed, but he can catch whatever. However, his floor is the bad Mike Williams, not the good one. So we'll see. We'll see. It's all about drive at this point. Anyway, he's fun to watch. He's going to jump over everybody. He's going to head top everybody in college. And we'll see how he translates to the pros. Sometimes that speed thing can really hurt you. However, again, back to the Larry Fitzgerald, never hurt him.
Yeah, so he ran a 4.48 40, which isn't terrible, but you want to
you want to be
closer to a 4.4, right?
Yeah.
But so in 23, his sophomore year, he had 90 catches for 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns. And then this year he had 84 catches for 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. So over those 2 seasons, he has 174 catches for 2,700 yards and 18 touchdowns.
And he did play in Arizona, and they're a spread team, so they're getting him on one-on-one, spreading the field out. It is a system that, it's good to be a wideout in. There's not a lot of teams in the NFL that'll spread their wideouts to the out-of-bounds marker on either side.
Yeah.
They big time spread the field.
In his last game he played against Arizona State, he had 6 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown.
bye-bye.
Yeah, he's not really a sprinter. He's more of a gets faster as he's going type player.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
man, just keep it going and say prayers. And never look back. Odeka, never look back.
Odeka
Averages
thinks you're
at
falling
least-
asleep, Donnie.
She's probably like, look at these headphones, by the way.
Yeah, Sam.
I don't even have them on my ears.
Yeah, I know.
Because I can't hear.
What?
I can't. I don't know how you guys could hear
You need
me.
to turn you up?
No, like I don't need to hear myself because, I probably have it just doesn't matter. But I can't hear anything that they're talking about.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Yeah.
We're the talkers.
Your ass is a talker. Anyway, average of 15 yards every single year. 15-7, 15-6, 18 yards in 2022.
Odeka wants to know our favorite teams. Doug?
San Francisco 49ers, baby.
Donnie, she doesn't know your favorite team?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. She might not know sports ball.
Yeah.
Can I stand up?
Yeah.
Okay, she saw it.
Who's that?
Denver Broncos.
She absolutely knows who the Denver Broncos are. Sorry, I wore the wrong jersey. Go ahead, Adam.
Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, I miss Cousins already.
Anyway, guys, it's been a lot of fun tonight. I'm going to head out for the night.
Why
The
so soon?
Saints pick is in. They say this is one of the spots Shador can go. So we shall see. My
Really?
insider didn't let me know yet. Yeah, this is one of the spots. So gains and losses for the Saints while we're...
Oh, it's not loading. I don't know why.
What's our jam?
Our jam is...
Has to be a member of the fam. Has to, because it's
Yeah.
got jam in it.
yeah, that's my better half.
All right, key losses.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Marshawn Lattimore, Will Harris, Jalen Guy. Key gains. Nathan Peterman.
Not really.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah, he's
good backup.
noodle arm.
Yep. Cedric Wilson Jr. He's a wideout.
Yep.
Stanley Morgan Jr., Ugo Amadi, and Landon Young, and Dylan Reduns.
So not really any
Nothing big.
well-known players.
Yeah, nothing big.
Yeah, this is a spot where they say Shedeur can land. They lost Derek Carr for the season. So I guess we'll see what happens here.
Oh, look what they're comparing here.
Oh, they need a cornerback and defense.
Oh, man.
Offensive line.
I'd love for the Saints to not go quarterback here and next year trade up and take Arch Manning.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
So
I don't think that's happening.
If they do bad enough.
They're all standing, so they must know the pick.
Does a team just throw a whole year for that? Because they're so excited for one player.
That's basketball, they do.
You would have to make a trade and get a player that you need, and then get some extra draft picks for next year. Like, I could see them doing it if that's what they wanted to do.
Pick is in. The Saints select Kelvin Banks. They say, fuck having a quarterback.
What?
Yeah, Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin Banks. Tackles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, tackle from Texas. Wow.
No quarterback
Didn't see
for
that
us,
coming,
please. Man, that's crazy. Junior. Sorry.
Who needs a
My
quarterback?
insider added that he is the son of someone also named Kelvin Banks.
Wow. He's like the 27th rated overall.
Yeah, but all the linemen just went.
Did you see it coming?
If you want to tackle,
I mean,
this one hurt Doug's feelings.
I just
So Kelvin Banks, they're saying potentially more suited for the right side. Another guy who's not, he's better run blocker than pass blocker. So
looking up his
a little bit of
stats.
injury concern. Doug's pulling up his
What,
stats.
he was injured?
Unfortunately, he's an offensive lineman, so they don't keep stats for those guys. 6'5", 300
Hold
pounds.
on. I think I found a stat.
Good. I don't think he allowed a sack last year either. Definitely a road grader. Awesome to the edge.
Nope. You're right.
So, out of Texas, those teams are always great rushing teams. It's, I guess they're saying we don't have a quarterback, so let's get somebody who can really open some lanes to run through.
Thanks, Tedder. Appreciate it.
Odeka says she doesn't think anyone's really a Jags fan. So she comes in, doesn't know anything about football, and immediately smashes Jags fans.
I love it. I love it.
No, she's a Jags fan, I think. She's, Jacksonville in the house.
I'll have you know that my wife was also upset that you brought up Cousins.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
No, I was actually talking about Cousins the bar. You ever go to Cousins Pub?
Yes, that's what,
Oh, yeah.
what you meant.
Yeah, we need to go. Wings are great. Wing nights are on Tuesdays,
There
I
you go,
think.
Rach. He wasn't talking about the quarterback.
It was absolutely not talking about that guy. Cousins Pub. Anyway, what I was about to say is, Decca's always talking about how nice and warm it is. She's a Jacksonville girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Smashes her own state.
Yeah, all winter. Talking about.
Smashing.
The Bears pick is already in.
Are you serious?
Really?
it's going
About
I didn't. I don't know. I just heard you say smash, and I was like, we can't edit Twitch.
Anyway, they're about to announce the Bears pick, so we might as well figure out who they lost and gained.
There you go. It's obviously a quarterback.
Up here. Keenan Allen, Tevin Jenkins, and DeMarcus Walker were their losses. They added Grady Jarrett, Deo Abendingo. I can't pronounce that one.
It's Dango.
Drew Dalman, Joe Thurney, Jonah Jackson,
So those guys are all offensive linemen. They rebuilt that whole entire offensive
Devin
line.
Duvernay, the wide out.
I think a Marion Hampton. They're just going to get a jackhammer that they can hand the ball off to. So, and Rachel said she knew you were way cooler than that.
Oh yeah, she should have known better. Actually,
Anyway, I guess they're doing some type of a I Love Lucy skit here on stage before the draft pick gets in.
Rachel, I left my brown socks over there. Will you make sure put them up right by the window for me?
Leave the window crack so you can pull them out.
Oh, goodness.
Next on, we'll be talking about her feet.
she's got that the long middle toe. That's what I like. When I have good dreams,
I hope that's not true. That you remember that. Right, Chad, that's not true.
yeah. When I have dreams, it waves at me.
She said it's pedicure season.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flip flop season. That's what it is.
Did they give us the pick yet?
My
No.
insider, I don't think sent it yet.
My insider.
Yeah, he didn't send it yet. So they must not have announced it yet.
Here we go.
This is supposed to be the loudest boo in NFL history here for the Bears. Being out of Green Bay.
Here it comes.
So
Oh yeah, you know.
again, I think it's
they're
Marion
hoping
Ham-
for a
I think
flop.
I think they go running back. Or maybe wide out.
I
Maybe
hope
they
you're
go
wrong.
Golden
I
from
want a
Texas.
Marion. Should the Broncos get O'Marion?
DJ Moore and Golden from Texas. Tet would have been great here, actually. T-Mac. They'd have the speedster and the...
Let's just say it. The Bears got to protect their quarterback this year.
Maybe they go with
They
Booker.
did. They rebuilt the whole line.
Honestly, maybe they go with Booker, though.
I mean,
Well,
hey,
listen,
what do I know?
where's my insider? He didn't tell me who they picked. So currently the commissioner is giving his condolences to Steve McMichael, a great Bears player that was lost this year. So I don't want to. You should see Doug waiting in anticipation here.
Offensive line.
50th anniversary of the Walter Payton selection.
Wow.
It's going to be O'Marion Hampton to go running back one more time, baby.
Tyler Booker.
Bears take Cortland Loveland. That's the pick.
Oh, is that your informant?
Who?
Yeah,
Who?
tight end Loveland.
Wow.
Really?
Yep.
I don't think he's the best tight end.
Tyler Warren, I would have taken.
Yeah.
That dude could play multiple positions. That's an odd. Well, he's more of a receiver than Tyler is.
I gotta refresh.
Tyler's
this
more of that Taysom Hill can do it all type player. Man, if Warren.
thing. Yo.
Yep. Anyway,
Here's the booze.
Here comes the booze.
So Tyler Warren could fall and be that joker for the Broncos that Sean Payton's been saying he wanted.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be huge. I know Matt is rock hard right now. Think of
Although
it.
the next people on the block,
Who is it?
the next
Tyler Warren out of Penn State.
team on the block they're not signing
What do you mean?
their current stud tight end.
Imagine taking Warren before a running back.
So anyhow, back to
Warren can
Loveland.
play running back.
Let's go back to Loveland here real quick before we move on. 56 catches, 582 yards,
Yo, 49ers.
5
picking him.
touchdowns, right? So his sophomore year, he had 45 catches for 649 and 4 touchdowns. So he went up a little bit in receptions, not quite as many yards, 1 more touchdown, but I mean, looks like a solid pick for the Bears.
Yeah, so Warren, wow, wrong one, sorry. Great.
Yeah, if they could get him the ball.
Loveland, great size, fluid movement, polished route runner. You can line up flexed out, wide, or at a tight end spot. He's not a great blocker, a little bit inconsistent there. He needs to add some strength for inline duties, and he has a minor injury history. So, the Niners pick is already in, Doug. What are some key losses?
Well,
Debo, Dre Greenlaw, Halafunga, Chavarius Ward.
They lost the pass rusher to the Falcons. Why can't I remember his name now? It's even escaping me.
I
know what
can't
it says?
I can't believe their pick is in already.
Yeah.
It says San Francisco's biggest needs are its defensive and offensive lines.
All right. Center.
So it
Could
says
you
they
imagine
could
how
also
mad
use
would
help
you
at
be?
linebacker, wide receiver, tight
How-
end, and defensive back.
Randy Gregory also. Matt put out there. I'm not sure. Was that a loss for the Niners? Randy Gregory? I don't think he was there, was he?
The name doesn't say.
Maybe that was a signing. Anyway, so the Niners pick.
Tyler Booker.
Is it really?
Oh, I don't know.
Did they really?
No,
What? I'm just guessing.
Oh,
maybe he's saying that's what their draft pick was.
because he's a guard. I mean, he's probably. But why would you?
Is that his prediction? I'm not sure what he's. This
What's his
text is.
prediction?
This text is.
What does Rachel think?
Rachel thinks that they went Randy Gregory. That's what she's telling me right now.
Oh yeah.
What?
No,
I wish they'd take Jalen Walker. If they're
Oh, no. Randy Gregory was not the Falcon. It was, damn it. He played for the Rams for a year. He was an edge rusher that did pretty well with them. Man, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Well, I do know what's wrong with my brain, but, it's not.
We all know
Shador
what's wrong with your brain.
Sanders.
Hey, I just refreshed
Niners just
CN5.
took Shador Sanders.
Could you imagine?
It's
Nah, they're at a commercial. They didn't announce it. That'd be a great team for him, though.
It still goes during the commercials. That's what I heard.
Oh, man. His dad wouldn't hate it.
I don't really know what to do with this.
His dad wouldn't hate that.
No, that's the city he likes. Dion said that in his heart he was always a Falcon.
Yeah.
He forced his way to the Falcons. He called other teams and said, if you guys draft me, I'm playing baseball. So, I'll go next year's draft.
He ended up playing both for a couple years anyway.
Leonard Floyd was the pass rusher you guys lost that became a Falcon. That was from my NFL Insider also. It's toasty in here. We got to do central air.
Actually, well, you always have a hoodie on. That's why.
Well, it's only
Dressed like it's going to snow.
It's only Falcons could find, man.
How many?
My jerseys
Rachel,
shrank in the wash.
How many Falcons hoodies does Adam own? That's what I want to know.
And then
I have like 3 Broncos shirts,
she washed all
and
my
one of them is this jersey.
all my jerseys. They all shrank. They don't
Really?
fit. Yeah, all of them.
What about, so you got a juice to get back in there? Is that what you're doing?
Not as often as I should. No.
No, not just
Yeah.
do the fast.
Nah, I
Just do it.
gotta work out more.
Every single podcast, I think you have one,
I hope
and
they
it's
trade
different.
down.
I don't think you wore the same one twice.
I hope they trade their pick.
Why?
Pick is already in.
Yeah, they traded it.
It's been in.
That's not
They
traded. They're taking a guard.
Yeah, I already said which one, and that's my guess. And I'm never right, so
Oh,
you're good
Tyler
if that's who
Booker?
you don't want. Yeah.
You going Tyler Booker?
I refreshed the screen a couple times. Nothing still came up.
Mikael Williams. That's what they took. Mikael Williams.
Pass rusher.
You don't know that.
Man, this is crazy that the second best pass rusher in the draft might fall to the Falcons. That's crazy to me. I thought for
I don't-
sure there would be another one off the board.
Can you imagine if they did? That's like the Broncos not taking a running back
Yeah, they're taking Tyler Warren, dude.
To not-
I'm telling you right now.
to not get a pass rusher. Imagine.
I'll tell you who I wish the Niners would take.
Okay.
I wish they would take Barron.
Today.
What?
He'd be a good defensive.
Shador?
Dude, he could be a
Do
solid.
you guys have a number one corner or no?
Not really. Look,
Brock Purdy. Yeah, they all got quarterbacks, so they're saying Shador's going to fall to 21. At least. Maybe the Colts, do you think? You think the Colts take another one?
no.
Rachel, you never said how many sweatshirts I have.
Yeah, she's not. Well, she's busy right now.
Yeah, true. She's getting Doug's socks together.
What matches? Was she trying to find Doug's matches?
Man.
I like how Doug laughs about it. He goes like this.
Because he knows you hurt my feelings.
Oh.
Oh,
Matt asked if my
I'm okay.
sweatshirt shrank.
Here it comes.
afraid.
Here
Yes,
it
they
comes.
shrank.
Here it comes.
Nah, my insider hasn't announced the pick yet. Also, let us know if you can hear that in our mics. We don't want to accidentally broadcast any sound.
Why?
That's how you get shut down real quick.
No, it's allowed. They're not playing music.
No, the NFL shut us right down, I think. Well, not that they'd know that we're doing this, but
No, we're not in podcasts. So you're right.
yeah.
We're not even in just chatting. But we're good. We're good.
What do you find out how long it took me to push start recording into our podcast?
Yeah.
Starts at
go.
the 4th pick.
Here it comes.
Doug is praying right now.
Are you praying for somebody in particular? Because I didn't
Yes.
hear you say it.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't
He
say
went
it out loud?
Owner Jade Barron.
Yeah.
I could see him go middle linebacker. It's not in yet.
It's in.
So, Matt says, my NFL insider, says Michael Williams.
I said Michael Williams or Jahad Brown.
Well, you're about to be a happy man.
There it is.
He likes it.
I'll
He
take
likes it.
There it is. I love how your computer works, but mine doesn't.
These guys still have Bosa? That's going to be nice.
Oh.
It's going to be a nice pair.
Yeah.
So Jalen Walker falls potentially. Depends on what the Cowboys do, but I see the Cowboys potentially taking a wide out here. Then Miami. Does Miami take a pass rusher?
Oh, man. Broncos need to make a move right now.
Who's up?
20 is way
Dallas
too long.
Cowboys are on the clock with a minute left. So they're going the whole pick. They're trying to trade out.
You can trade with
Is
the
this where the
Broncos.
Broncos trade up?
This is
All right.
where we do it.
Dallas Cowboys key losses: Jordan Lewis, DeMarcus Lawrence, Chauncey Galston, Rico Dowdle. Key gains: Dante Fowler Jr., Solomon Thomas. He's a former number 1 pick, first round pick, I should say. Peyton Turner, Jack Sanborn, Kenneth Murray Jr., Paris Campbell.
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
I'll do this for you, Doug, here. Michael Williams. Prototypical size, length, and frame, all desired in pass rusher. Strong versus the run plays with power. He can move inside on passing downs, so he could give you that D tackle, that rush D tackle on passing downs out of the nickel. However, he needs a little more consistent in his production. He's up and down. He'll have a sack, and then he'll go a couple games without one. He's limited bend around the edge, which just means he's not a super flexible guy, so he's got to mostly win with his power. And then he needs a couple more pass rush moves. He likes to just stiff arm and run the edge.
Well, you know who our defensive coach is now, right?
I do not. Oh, yeah, they brought him back.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Sala.
Yeah. So Robert Saleh is going to get to take this kid, and I think take him that half a step. You know what I mean? Like give him a little bit. Plus, he'll be in with Boza. Boza will be showing him like, yo, try this.
Cowboys select Tyler Booker.
Really?
Man, they love keeping that line strong, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I was reading they were talking about an offensive tackle. Key needs for Dallas, particularly a wide receiver, running back, offensive tackle.
Well, there you go. They took an
There's
offensive lineman.
one of 3. Thank goodness they didn't take my running back. I don't think he's going to last that long. I don't think Amarion's going to last that long. That's why.
Tyler, the man Booker. So, massive frame. Great flexibility.
Flexibility.
I was trying to say
Explosiveness.
flex the whole time.
Dominant run blocker with strong hands and core. Quick feet with impressive recovery ability. His balance gets a little off at times because he likes to lean in and use too much of that power. He's one of the faster faster defensive linemen can exploit his angles. And he can play too high in pass protection at times.
He's excited.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
Cowboy. That's
And
a
he-
great place to be an offensive lineman.
And you found some stats on him too, which is not easy to do. Guards and tackles.
How many sacks allowed?
Yo, look at him go, baby.
He is pumped to be a Cowboy. Where's he from? He's also from Bama.
Yeah,
Is he?
He's in a good spot.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be
What's his necklace say?
Yeah, it's Zook.
T-Book, maybe?
Looks like, T-Book. Okay.
Yeah,
How you
T-Book.
doing? What's that mean?
It's a nice hat. Tyler Booker.
Yeah. Okay, but yo, I said I said Zook before you said
Well,
it looks like a Zook to me.
who's on the clock? Dolphins?
Dolphins are
Dolphins are on the clock. Let's
All right.
see who they need.
Losses and gains. So they lost safety Javon Holland, guard Robert Jones, tight end Durham Smythe, defensive tackle Deshaun Hand, running back Raheem Mostert, and wide receiver Braxton Berrios, who went to the Houston Texans, by the way. Key gains, they got quarterback Zach Wilson. There's a booming.
All right. They'll get some playing time.
Guard James Daniels, safety, I can't pronounce that name at all.
Try your best. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Ifuda Melafonuno.
Fuda melatonin.
Melifonwu.
That wasn't too far.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Well, key needs. Here's some of the Dolphins' key needs that somebody's saying. A cornerback, offensive guard, defensive tackle.
Cornerback. This could be where Doug's guy, Dave
They also
Barron,
need
goes.
to address the safety position
Oh, yeah, I would have taken him.
after the departure of Javon
Could
Holland.
this be where
I say they go.
You know
Nick
what?
Emenwari goes?
Walker might go here.
Nick
Nick.
Emenwari, I think, maybe. So, Malachi Starks, in my opinion, best defensive player in this draft. A lot of people are just choosing Nick Emenwari above him because he ran faster, he jumped higher, he's taller, he weighs more. But when you just cut on the tape, I don't think there's a cleaner player than Malachi Starks. So, if they go safety, I'm curious to see if they go Nick Emenwari. The pick is still not in. Maybe they're trying to trade it.
They might. I just think,
Niners trade back in and take Jade.
Jade Barron.
yes,
What's that?
yes, we'll give you our first next year, our second this year.
Maybe a third or fourth somewhere.
Yes,
Yeah.
they would do that in a heartbeat.
And I'm waiting for the Broncos to do something here. Come on, 20.
I think you're out of luck, man. I think they're sitting.
You think we're sitting pretty good?
I don't
These
remember.
guys are
I
gonna
don't
steal a
remember
running
Peyton
back?
trading around too much in drafts. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's not something I remember.
Yo, I do love that necklace. Zook.
All right. What's your most surprising, while we're waiting here, moment of the night so far? Shador dropping to probably 21.
Yeah, I would
I
have to
think we,
say.
I think
Yeah,
we all
nothing's
knew
been
that
too
might,
crazy. Nothing's
that
been
might
too
happen.
crazy.
I think honestly,
I mean, he wasn't getting
Holston
much love
Loveland.
from you at
Yeah.
the very beginning.
Holston
Yeah,
Loveland is
you know.
my biggest shocker.
Yeah. That's.
I mean, top 10?
Yeah, plus, not just that. Goes before Tyler Warren.
Yeah, like I would not expect him to go before Warren.
Yeah, he's faster than Warren, but maybe he has better hands. He's not a better blocker. He's not a better quarterback. He's
Is
not a
it-
better running back.
Is it normal that, like, tackles and guards and that, in the first round, do a lot of them go in the first round?
What,
like
tackles, guards?
Tackles,
Yeah.
guards, stuff
yeah.
like that.
because
I mean,
they
they
want
need them.
protection.
Yeah, offensive, defensive linemen, quarterbacks, any position really. There's not really a position that
Let me
won't.
just tell you, in my life, not the way I went. I mean, kids. That's what I got. Kids.
Kids
No protection.
early.
No protection.
Yeah,
Get it?
gotcha.
Yeah.
So you had no offensive linemen.
Instead of T-book, mine
Does
said
that
T
say pick is
Road.
in for Dolphins?
What was that? Yeah,
say
pick is in. Pick is in. They did not trade.
Yeah, instead of a T-book necklace, mine said T Rojan. No T Rojan.
Oh man, mine said no L lifestyles.
Mine
Ife
said,
Styles?
mine said D Ballin.
L.
No L. Ife
No L.
Styles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What just?
I was D Ballin.
So I'm gonna say
Oh man.
no M Agnum. Thought that's what you were gonna say.
No.
Me too.
Oh, what
So
movie
I
is
thought he was
this?
gonna, the whole DVD
That's
thing.
that would be a Thunderbolts commercial. Are you going to the theaters for it, or are you gonna watch it on?
I don't go to the
What-
theaters anymore.
I don't go to the theaters anymore.
You don't either?
Why?
No, sir.
Because we're here. He
Because
doesn't even invite me over anymore.
I have these
Ever
boxes.
since the Super Bowl, where I said, why doesn't he just run backwards and get a safety?
I'm gonna
and
cut
then
you
he
off
lost?
because Matt absolutely hates that for some reason when you do.
I have these boxes that I sell.
No, don't do it.
What? Does Matt have one?
No.
He just gets up,
Yeah, he doesn't like self promotion of Doug's.
Stop paying for cable.
There should be a sponsorship somewhere there, right?
Yeah,
You would think we get absolutely no money for
What are
it.
you talking about?
Yeah, he don't care. He don't care about our sponsorship.
Hold on.
Matt said, "Yeah, boxes that are behind by 20 seconds."
I'll take it. You keep paying the $400 a month, brother.
Yo, my Apple Watch just went off. Somehow I got an achievement for exercise, and I've been sitting here for 2 hours.
Your heart's racing. You love the draft.
I love it. Love it.
No, this is honestly a lot of exercise for me. Even though I haven't moved.
Oh man.
Who is that? I know that guy.
Yeah, he's used to be a comedian.
Comedian, right?
Yeah, he was on
No.
SNL for a while.
What was it?
Yeah.
Badass?
What?
He used to ride the go-karts off of cliffs and live.
He is not Johnny Knoxville.
But he was on the show, I think.
No.
Well, there was a
He's
show
not
like
Steve-O. He's not Steve-O.
Okay, he was a professional skateboarder, kind of.
No, he's not, dude. He was on SNL.
Tony Hawk.
He's definitely not Tony Hawk, but listen, he was on a show where he used to do some shit.
Does anyone else think these commercials are ass for,
No, these are like Super Bowl commercials to me.
they're terrible, dude.
I like them.
So I'm thirsty for a Miller Lite right now.
No, how about this headset?
You might as well take it off.
I just, you know what it is?
Really, only one of us needs it on.
realize, because when I shave my head,
Yeah.
this is freaking huge. It's huge.
Do you like having them on?
No, I can't hear
Dolphins
the TV. Here
take
it comes.
Kenneth Grant.
Who the? Well, let me look it up.
It's not a player any of us suspected. What position does
It's
he
a
play?
DT, baby. Defensive tackle.
Two. So massive frame, but surprising
That's
agility.
what they needed.
Surprising agility, dominant run stopping ability,
Defensive tackle.
effective at collapsing the pocket from the interior, inconsistent pad level and leverage, relies heavily on strength over technique, and it has a limited pass rush repertoire. How many sacks? How many tackles?
I'm going to say 10 sacks.
Stop guessing. We have a stat guy.
No, I like guessing. That's what I do. What if he says 10 right now? What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to go, damn, Donnie
good.
guessed that.
Wow, you're great.
All right, Kenneth Grant. How many sacks do you think he had?
Three.
I say 10.
3.
3.
Nailed it.
Last year?
Last year he had 3.5.
Okay. Add them up, man. Add them up.
Yeah, you're 6.5. He had a total of 32 tackles.
Yeah. He's more just a run stuffer. The Colts are already up and pick is in. We want Tyler Warren. That's what I think.
Oh,
That's what I think. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess for them.
So it's okay that you guess.
Yeah.
Walker has to come off the board here soon.
Jalen?
He has to come.
I'm telling you, dude. Next pick to Atlanta.
He has to come off the pick soon.
Yeah.
Like he is.
Dude,
I thought he'd be a top 8.
I got this terrible feeling in my balls.
In there.
Atlanta trades out.
Well, do you want to go over the Colts' key losses?
Yeah, might as well.
And then I'll tell you who they're expected to prioritize.
Key additions:
drafting.
quarterback Daniel Jones,
Damn.
cornerback Chavarius Ward,
Good pickup. Where was he
Safety?
from?
safety Cameron Bynum, defensive tackle Neville Gallimore. Key losses: Ryan Kelly, offensive lineman, another offensive lineman, Will Fries, defensive end Deo Abayingo,
I should start
I
looking
love
over
that
on
you're
his
the name
screen.
guy.
Abadingo.
and kicker Matt Gay.
All right, you nailed that one.
Okay, the pick is in. It says the Indianapolis Colts are expected to prioritize drafting a tight end and a right guard in the draft. They also need a linebacker and an edge rusher.
There goes Warren.
Yeah,
They
that's
really
what I'm
need a
saying.
tight end. There
That's
goes
what I was saying. Yeah, Tyler Warren.
I say Warren goes now.
So he's a good player, especially they should have done this for their young quarterback much earlier, if that is in fact the pick.
I'm afraid to refresh this. It's never
So
gonna come
Colts
up again.
take Tyler Warren. So Matt, his I don't know the right word for this. His throbbing erection just went down.
Yes. We weren't picking him first though, right?
Marion Hampton still out there. Atlanta trades with Denver. Nah.
I'm like, what?
Marion Hampton. I just got a feeling they're going to trade out. Jalen Walker still there
Marion.
for the Falcons at 15.
Dude.
I would be running.
And he's from Georgia.
Yeah, I'd run to the podium. He's from Georgia as a kid too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not just that he played college there. It's lined up too perfect.
Oh, he's losing it, boys. He's losing it.
I don't want to step on my glasses and break them.
He grabbed me in an area while he was trying to get his glasses. He's using it as an excuse.
Oh, jeez, I dropped my glasses now.
Whoa. You don't need glasses to find.
Oh, man. Anyway. Tyler Warren. Versatile tight end with strong blocking and receiving skills, reliable hands in effective red zone situations, experience in multiple offensive positions and formations. He does not have elite speed or explosion. His route running is still developing, and he's not a consistent vertical threat. However, the dude one-handed catches, blocks the fuck out of people. Man, he's an exciting player. He can play fullback, he can play tailback, he can play quarterback.
You know what he reminds me
quarterback. Taysom Hill, but I think better. I think it's like...
He kind of reminds me of Kittle, dude.
You think so?
There he goes.
I mean, you get the ball close to him, he's catching the ball.
Yeah, it's not just that. He's a quarterback.
He is a badass.
I mean,
He's a fullback.
He had 104 catches for 1,200 yards.
Yeah, I love this kid. I can't believe you would take Loveland over him.
No, there's no way.
So, yeah, he doesn't have elite speed, but you know who else doesn't have elite speed? Gronk.
Kittle.
Yeah.
Huh, yeah, Kittle.
But he just always gets the ball, man.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this.
Look at that.
Yeah, I said you get the ball anywhere close, he's catching it.
Yeah.
That's a Kittle.
And he's a gamer. Loves football.
Yeah.
Man.
Who else is a gamer? Kittle.
That's an Eddie
No, but I
McCaffrey.
understand,
That's
but-
an Eddie McCaffrey kind of play, guys.
Man, Ed McCaffrey. I mean,
that guy. Oh man,
it was 35 years ago. Atlanta hasn't picked yet because they're still trying to trade out of Jalen Walker quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what my prediction is. Rach, you
Yeah.
better be watching this Falcons
The
pick.
Atlanta Falcons
Emily,
primary.
better run to the TV right now and watch this Falcons pick.
Yo, listen to this. The Atlanta Falcons primary draft need is for an edge rusher. They also need many other defensive positions like defensive tackles and linebackers.
And safeties.
Offensively, they could also use an offensive tackle to protect the blind side for their left-handed quarterback.
Yep.
So there you go.
We still haven't
That's
picked.
what we're getting ready.
This is
Key
really-
losses. Grady Jarrett,
Yeah, Drew Dahlman.
Eddie Goldman, Drew Dahlman, Justin Simmons.
Eddie Goldman's not that much of a key loss.
Just the
But
four,
anyway,
that's four they have. And
Yeah.
their key additions: Morgan Fox,
Edge.
Leonard Floyd,
Edge.
Mike Ford, corner.
Yep.
Tegon, tight end. I can't pronounce
Yeah.
Q.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
And Easton Stick, veteran quarterback.
Yeah, but doesn't really matter, you know. He's just a camp arm.
Camp.
Not anymore. He's not.
Shador Sanders. Dude, that's what I hope. 2 years in a row.
No, you don't.
2 years in a row.
No,
We take a quarterback for no reason.
No, there's no way.
I told you I want Malachi Starks, but I don't think it happens.
Why would they do it?
I just love the kid.
I just feel a
Still
big
there.
surprise coming on. Look, they're going
Yeah.
deep into the count.
We let our time run out. Arizona picks Jalen Walker.
Broncos step in there. Get Omari.
Dude, I think
This is where Walker goes.
you would think.
That would be a huge pick for them.
Why do we have 3 minutes left?
Eh, They're trying to trade, man.
Yeah, I
They're taking
know.
their
I
time.
hate it. I hate it.
That's what they're doing.
You know what I guess?
They're on the phone.
I think they like James Pierce, and they're like, screw it, we can trade down 10 picks and still get him.
Yeah, no. Pittsburgh's on the block right now with them because they want Walker.
Jalen? Pittsburgh?
Yep.
I think they want Shador.
Just telling you.
Pittsburgh. Let's look at it. Arizona.
Oh, you know what? Chargers changed it to Falcons to get Walker.
Bosa?
Bosa's gone.
Yeah. I could see that, actually.
I'm never refreshing this page again.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, it just baffles me.
I think I got. I don't know the login to it,
What?
to that tablet.
Let me refresh my baseball page. Ooh.
Man, I can't believe.
Hit another home run.
Can't believe we're at 2 minutes now.
I'm going with multiple monitors for the next one.
Use your phone, dude.
I am. The phone works. The iPad doesn't.
Check your internet connection.
Isn't that weird? It is.
It-
Look, it's checking
I-
over and over and over again. It says connection is lost.
I think it's your
How old is that?
It's brand new.
It is not brand new.
No,
I can tell because it's 3 inches thick.
it's
And
new
tablets
to
are not
me.
3 inches thick anymore.
No, that's the case.
2009.
No, that's the case because I'm clumsy. I drop shit.
That's an iPad 2 from 2009.
The firmware, it's not a firmware problem.
It's got a whole 32 gigs of RAM.
It's firm. It's firm. I'm not sure it's gigs.
Dude, we only have a minute left. We're going to miss our pick.
Oh, it did it. Remember when I said see in 5 minutes? It took 20.
Let me refresh.
Don't even touch it. I'll be so mad.
So the skeleton walks into a bar and orders a beer and a mop.
Please don't.
Oh, God.
Not recordable.
Oh, God, we can't edit this. We can't edit it.
That's the joke. That's the joke.
What is it?
Oh,
So the skeleton walks into a bar and orders a beer and a mop. I think it's funny.
Please show Atlanta's war room. I think they fell asleep.
Hey, actually,
They have 1 minute left.
Oh my god.
they ain't doing it. They're not doing it.
You're going to see
The Broncos are going to pop up.
Chargers are going to flash up.
They
in a second.
better not.
I-
hate Chargers.
hate the Falcons.
Oh, Shore Sanders.
I hate the Falcons, dude.
Shore Sanders.
Look at the clock right now.
I know.
Oh, they're gonna
look
do
who
it.
they're showing. Look who they're showing.
Oh my gosh, he's not going to go 21. He's going to go. He's going to go
where
15.
That guy right there.
You would think he's not
Yes.
on the phone.
He's looking at it.
He's like, how the fuck did they not
Yo, they get
call
text
me?
messages too, man. They get text messages.
The pick is in. And Jalen Walker did not pick his phone up.
Nope, and
No.
he didn't sit up in his chair.
But you know what?
Notable quarterback
Matt.
slides.
I cannot believe you guys are going with the quarterback again.
Matt, who is this? I can't believe that we let the timer run down to 3 seconds.
Brett Favre.
Yeah, he's a Falcons pick.
Yeah, in 1991.
Overall,
And
33rd.
he was traded to the Green Bay Packers for.
Nothing. Nothing. This is the worst trade we ever made. We got a 7th rounder or some shit.
Out of all the people that get him, you end up getting Shador. I can't believe it.
I'm curious.
I can't.
Dude.
How do you feel about it?
It's a good addition to our quarterback room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that Aaron Rodgers? I think that was Aaron Rodgers in a Falcons jersey.
That's great.
Yeah. And
Dude, my butthole's clenched. I know we
Not
blew
wearing
this pick. I
jeans.
know we
He's not
absolutely
wearing his
blew this
jeans.
pick. It's gonna be Marion Hampton or some shit. It's gonna be a wide out Matthew
Ready for the
Golden.
guess?
Matthew Golden out of Texas.
it's Campbell.
Will? He's already drafted. Oh, Jihad?
Yeah, it's Jihad.
I could see Jihad. I actually wouldn't hate that.
You know?
I just feel like this is gonna be a wide receiver.
Oh,
Falcons select Jalen Walker.
There you go.
Atlanta.
About time.
Yeah.
Jesus, that
I was
took
thinking
forever.
an LB, baby. It was either Campbell or
They weren't
Walker.
waiting, dude. I think they were taking offers.
I think so,
Nope.
too. So let me pull up my scouting report.
That's a good one. That's one you guys need.
Prototypical size and strength. Strong against the run. Effective blitzer with great timing. He needs to refine his coverage. Hold on. I want to hear him announce it.
That's a good pick for them.
Yo, you know the
Can
big
be slow to
difference?
diagnose complex plays and inconsistent tackling form at times. However, dude is an athletic freak, and I love the pick.
Just to let you know, you got Tony Smith for Brett Favre. I just had to look that up for you.
What, Tony Smith?
I don't even know who that is.
You know what? I was just thinking the difference between me and Matt, if you guys were relying on me as an informer, I would be messing with you guys so bad. Like, he's so honest and such a good person. I would be not that for you guys. Look at him. And you said he wasn't
Dude,
picking up his
that's
phone.
a great pick for you.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I can't believe he fell that far. I didn't think he would be there. Would I rather Abdul Carter? Yeah. But I think Michael Williams, I don't know, man. I don't love him.
So
Why Carter over him?
sophomore year, he had 20 tackles, 14 solo, 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. This past year, he had 61 tackles, 38 solos, 23 assists, and 6.5 sacks. I like him.
I don't know. How much does he weigh? I don't think he's that big of a guy. I think he needs to put on a little more muscle.
6'2", 245.
That's perfect.
Nah, he needs to be like 260.
You're saying he's lying about his weight and his
I don't
height?
know.
60.
6'2", 245 is a pretty good one.
And then what did he run? Do you know? I don't even know if he
I'll
ran.
tell you in a second.
I honestly didn't think he'd be there when we picked, unless we traded up.
I didn't either.
It's wild.
Officially a 4.50.
I don't know. I don't love that either.
Showing up.
I pity any running back.
Supposedly he ran a 4.43 somewhere else.
That is pro day.
Pro day was 4.50.
Jalen Walker. Anyway, I like it. Maybe we'll trade back up and maybe we'll get Malachi Starks in the second. Anyway,
I like
Cardinals
it.
on the clock.
I honestly like it.
No.
Cardinals.
The Arizona Cardinals are expected to target players at offensive line, tackle and guard, cornerback and wide receiver as well.
I like that. We had
All
to
right,
take a pass rusher.
Key losses. Patrick Peterson.
This could be the Jahdae Barron.
Key additions. Josh Sweat.
Good pass rusher.
Dalvin Tomlinson. Jacoby Brissett.
Quarterback.
Yep. And that's about it. They signed tight end Trey McBride to a 4-year contract extension. So they're okay at tight end. They're okay at quarterback.
Yeah.
The Broncos are 5 picks away.
Jahdae Barron. Right here. Or I could say Jihad.
Well, they also say defensive line or edge rusher, too. They're looking for those guys.
Yeah, I could see edge rusher. James Pierce.
Josh Simmons.
I thought for sure we were going wide out. Pissed me off so bad.
I don't know. Josh Simmons, Gray Zabel.
I think center.
I think they could take any offensive lineman.
They also said cornerback, too. Offensive line, tackling guard, and cornerback.
Yeah, they could take any offensive lineman.
Will Johnson.
Think about who you have there, right? Give them a little bit more protection.
Unfortunately, there's already a run on him. Offensive lineman.
Oh, yeah.
Pick is in.
Yep, pick is in. We're soon going to lose our insider. There's no way he stays up past Broncos.
No.
Yeah, he goes to bed too soon.
That's right. We got Teddy. Whoa. Yo, who that?
If only phones had a setting where you could like turn off their ringer.
We could put on silent. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
That would
You know
be a
what?
cool feature for a phone.
That was
app.
the iPad, not my phone.
A lie.
Such bullshit.
I'm going to have to apologize for that one later.
You know
Just
what?
hung up.
If the Broncos trade back to 32, we'll have our insider all night. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Me too. Trade back to the Eagles.
The Cardinal select, he said Wallet Nolan, but I think he meant Walter. Do you got that one there, Donald?
No.
I have no idea who that is.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a DT, baby. Defensive tackle. Walter Nolan. Ole Miss.
Let me see if I don't remember scouting him.
Yo, so much for the offensive line, tackle and guard. Wide receiver. Now, it says also, also they need
Yeah, I got it.
defensive line and edge rusher.
Ole Miss. Powerful and explosive interior defender. Quick hands, strong upper body. Versatile across multiple defensive fronts. Needs improved leverage and hand placement. Inconsistent motor throughout games. He often disappears. And he's still refining his overall technique. How many sacks?
Arizona
Sorry,
bound,
I was,
baby.
was reading.
No, you're good.
First time chatter.
We all
know how
got-
to ban?
We all
Going to ban that one right there.
got frizzled because Donnie doesn't understand how to
How to what?
get rid of his phone, stop his phone from ringing.
Oh, yeah.
How do you ban?
Yeah, I figured it out. I'm going to click on the name.
All right.
Boop. And
He
then
had,
down at the bottom.
He had a
See
total
little-
of 40 tackles, 26 solos,
Over to the left.
six
Over
and a
to the
half
left.
sacks.
There you go. What was his name?
Now that Harry Laureate. How many sacks, Doug? Sorry. I was
Six and a half.
banning someone from our chat.
We're just banning.
Really?
Yeah. He's just promoting.
Promoting links and, how to get
Ketter
2,000
says, I'm going to be lurking here and hanging on Discord.
Yo, thanks for hanging and banging.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. I hang and bang. Oh, and you got to get rid of that so we can still read chat. There we are. There we go.
How, though?
You did something.
It says he's banned.
Yeah, he's out.
Let's click this. Maybe it'll go away.
He's out.
It didn't. It did not. I think that's just kind of there now.
We're effectively ruining chat right now. We'll be right back.
What's that, though? Oh, good. I completely fucked that up.
Hey, getting better at it though. Somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just kind of how it looks now.
Can we almost read chat?
Hold on. I think I gotta.
The Bengals are up and they're draining the clock, baby.
What's going on? I think I'd learn how to use this eventually. I think that just stays up now forever. What's that do? There we go. Fixed it. Walter Nolan. Anyone else have anything to add? The Bengals are on the clock.
0.
This one's crazy. The Bengals could pick really anything in the trenches and be a better team for it. I think they got to go defense. They gave 2 wide receivers $40 million each or whatever.
Interior offensive line.
You think so?
Well, I mean, just look at the stats.
All right.
The stats of he had amazing stats. Who's their quarterback again?
Joey Burr.
Yo,
Yeah.
Joey Burr. He lit it up, right? But he was running for his life all season.
Yeah.
What?
Key additions.
All right.
Oren Burks. I don't know who that is.
Interior offensive line as well as defensive line. So that's what they're
Yeah. That's probably what they need, right?
needing.
TJ Slayton. Joe Gills Harris. Lucas Patrick. Jamar Chase. Obviously, they re-signed. Tanner Hudson. Didn't they not re-sign Higgins too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jihad Campbell could go here too. I think. Yeah. Because they need a
They need
edge
defensive
rusher.
leader.
They didn't lose a whole lot. Alex Kappa, Sheldon Rankins.
They didn't gain a lot though either.
No.
This team is they got to score.
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah, they
keep
got
them.
to score 50 a game at this point. So their whole draft might be defensive. Marion Hampton, fuck it, let's keep with the offense. Man, this pick's taking forever.
How about Derek Harmon?
No, pick is in.
Derek Harmon.
Shamar Stewart.
I could see that. Are they afraid they're going to lose Trey Hendrickson?
I'm just saying, like, that gives them more of a defensive.
Mike Green's out there. I thought that's who Atlanta was going to take, but he has kind of some off the field issues, so Atlanta usually stays away from those guys since they had this quarterback that messed up a little while ago. So they don't generally take people with character concerns. Brett Favre, we had to trade him because he was an alcoholic. Outside of that, I can't think of any other quarterbacks that did anything wrong in Atlanta.
You know, it's funny because the Bengals scored the third most points in the league.
Mm-hmm.
How much did they give up?
I'm telling you that in just a second. They are Titans gave up the most at 460.
All right.
Then you have the Browns and the Jaguars at 435. And you have the Bengals and the Raiders at 434. So basically you have four teams at 434, 435, right?
Yeah, and then so really they're, tied in there for what, fourth?
Whatever you want to say, yeah.
Man, none of those teams that allowed all that scoring, I don't think any of them went defense.
No.
Titans went quarterback.
Chargers gave up the least amount of points, 301.
Damn. Yeah, but that's kind of Harbaugh style, though, right? They're going to ball control you. They're not going to let you score a ton. They're going to try to beat you 3-0.
Pick is in. You know who my guess is.
Jihad?
Jihad.
All right. I don't know if they go middle linebacker. I actually like Doug's choice here.
I'll take Harmon or Stewart.
But they need interior.
Shamar Stewart is the pick.
Interior offense.
Doug nailed it. Doug needs to do
Is that who it is?
next year. Yeah, Shamar Stewart.
I just felt like it's going to be one of those two guys.
Well, they're worried they're going to lose Trey Hendrickson. So he already wanted traded. I don't think
every time I see the ED in front of their name, I just think erectile dysfunction.
Nah, I think it means edge. Look, there's a dude playing peekaboo behind that one corner in the back.
Is he on the phone?
No.
Oh, he ain't getting picked.
Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll go over Shamar.
Yeah, you should.
Man, look at these accessories on these guys. Woo.
That's that NIL money.
He says they can't afford Hendrickson after the receiver contracts.
Who said that?
My insider.
Oh.
All right, where's my edges?
Shamar, baby.
Long, athletic, powerful edge defender. Explosive first step with a high ceiling. Versatile enough to play multiple fronts. Raw technique still developing. Inconsistent pad level. Needs more pass rush polish. So this guy, I think he only really had 1 year playing the position, but he went to the combine and just blew it up. Jumped higher than everyone else. Ran fast for how much he weighs.
Yeah, he's 6'5", 267.
Yeah, so the combine really boosted this guy up the board. Probably people were saying, maybe a second rounder, and then he just blew up the combine. .40-inch vertical. So he jumps 40 inches high at 270 pounds.
Imagine.
Ah, man.
I can't jump at all.
No. And he dresses nice. Got that gorilla
Look at
necklace.
What do you think that's made out of?
Probably real gorillas.
So
I was going to say Suede, but you got me beat.
here they're showing him 6'6", 290.
6'6", 290. Jumping 40 inches in the air. He doesn't look 290, does he?
No.
No way. He does look 6'6", though.
Yeah. Looks angry. That's what they need there, some anger on defense.
Well, he's mad he's going to the Bengals, you think?
No, he's like, I'm going to be the best defensive player on this team, probably.
31 tackles, 14 solos, 1.5 sacks.
That's not near enough sacks. New defensive coordinator in Cincy, too, so they fired the last guy.
He's got 2 Nike checks there. 2 of them.
Doubled up on the Nike.
Doubled up on the swoosh.
Seahawks, losses, additions.
There's only 3 minutes left on the clock.
Lake Tomlinson, Tyler Lockett. They traded Geno Smith and DK Metcalf.
Yep.
Key additions, Sam Darnold, Josh Jones, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, DeMarcus Lawrence, Cooper Kupp.
So they're not going wide out. You think this is Shador?
It looks like they could literally go anywhere. It says several needs, particularly at wide receiver, offensive line, specifically guard and center, defensive line, pass rushers, and interior depth. They also need to address inside linebacker depth and potentially a starting quarterback.
That's what I just said. Seattle would suck for Shador, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to go there.
Well, that's a little bit of everything.
Well,
yeah, they're like the Falcons.
Well,
Yeah.
You know what? They might take Eminari or your guy, Starks.
Don't take the running back.
I have this feeling that the Ravens are going to take Malachi Starks.
I'm just saying, like they could use a safety. Zabel could end up being here in the lineman.
Center.
I got to refresh. Got to help me.
Eminari or Starks would be my guess.
You're going safety.
Yeah, I just think that they're gonna
Do they need a corner?
pick us in. Yeah.
Corner was the only thing it didn't say.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It says wide receiver, offensive line, especially guard and
I
center.
would love it if they picked one of those two players right now.
Defensive
Those
line,
guys are
pass
safety.
rushers, and interior depth.
I know, but he said it wasn't even on there. So
Inside
I would
linebacker.
love that my pick would be one of those two guys if they take them.
It would be none of those.
Picks in.
Here we go. Safety up,
Pick is
baby.
in.
It's going to be
Denver.
a safety.
Dude, Denver's not on deck, in the box. Is that what they call it? What's that called in baseball?
We're two away.
He's up, he's on
picks
deck,
away.
and the next guy's that in the box. What?
Tampa Bay.
I don't know. You're the baseball guy.
Yeah, what is that?
They say like, oh, Seahawks at bat, Tampa Bay on deck.
On deck.
Yeah.
The third team though has a saying also.
Yeah. Well, the Broncos are in the box.
Is that what it is in the box?
Gray Zabel. That's the first one.
What?
That's the first one.
You want to refresh, too.
Damn. Lightning fast internet.
Gray's OL, baby.
I don't.
Outside linebacker.
You do remember me saying that, right?
Yep, I do.
What was I saying?
I don't remember a damn word he said. Do you? I don't remember.
He does. He goes center. I'm like, God, they need a lineman.
I didn't scout this guy. So great mustache, first of all, on this guy. Great
Yeah.
mustache.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. And it's not even manicured like Rachel's toes. Like, he don't care about it. He's just rocking it.
Man, Seattle goes center. Well, I guess he's tackle, right? What?
Yeah. Yeah, he's an
He's a
OT.
tackle.
They need
Yeah.
a center, they say.
Why did I keep thinking he was a center? That could tell you why I didn't scout the guy. So I don't even know if he was.
He's 6'6", 305 pounds. He played one season at North Dakota State.
So he's left tackle. They just ran out of options. That run earlier really fucked them, apparently.
Look at that. Apparently, in college, you could just do that. That's not holding. You just tackle him.
Guard. He projects to be guard for
Yeah.
the Seahawks.
Yeah. He only played one season, dude.
All right.
That's like me at my house.
I hope Denver trades
phone
up
call
and gives a
comes in.
second next year.
Stop. So he's got a finger in his ear, and he's telling everybody to be quiet. That's how I am.
All right, Tampa Bay. Let me take a look here. All right, key losses. Justin Skull, KJ Britt, Tavier Thomas, and their ads are Anthony Walker, linebacker, Kendall Vildor, that's a Lions quarterback, and they re-signed Chris Godwin and Levante David.
So not really any losses. They're just rocking the same team as last year. They still got Baker.
Skull was solid for him, but I mean,
Yeah.
nothing major.
Who's their running back?
Tampa Bay?
Yeah. They got a good back, right?
Yeah, it's I'll tell you in a second.
I'm feeling Jade Barron this time. It's saying
Corner.
address their defensive needs in the draft, particularly edge rusher, cornerback, and linebacker.
You know what? James Pierce Jr.
Yeah, they got Bucky White and Rashi White. Rashi White and Bucky Irving.
They'll be fine then.
Yeah.
So I'm saying James Pierce Jr. He feels like a buck to me.
Yeah, they signed
Edge rusher.
Hassan Reddick in free agency, but are still looking for additional pass
Or
rushers.
is this where Mike Green goes? Attitude problem. He'd fit in with it. You know what? That guy's going to be an Eagle. I don't even know what I'm talking
How
about.
about Donovan Azuki, like I can't pronounce his last name.
I don't know him.
The safety or a corner. I'm feeling
He's an edge rusher.
Barron or Nick. Nick might go.
Campbell
Worry.
from Alabama. Jahad Campbell from Alabama.
You'd give them a leader on defense.
Yeah.
So. Emin Worry, I feel like he could be a guy here too. I'm really hoping Malachi falls to the second. Atlanta finds a way to get him.
Fucking come on, Niners, trade up here and fucking fucking Barron is still there, dude.
Will Johnson, maybe? Jade.
You guys
I'm feeling
don't
Jade.
even have a first rounder anymore. You're done.
Yeah. Fuck that. We'll give you our second, third, and our first next year.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I love being in the middle, by the way. I don't know how far your knee or hand is all the way over on my side, and Doug's looking
I had
for
to
his
readjust.
glasses.
I had to readjust. My tushy hurts. So, need to get it pushed.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a freaking tush push right now. Eagles fans in the chat, and your knees over my ass.
Which might be banned. They're gonna re-explore it, I guess, next month.
Yeah, what do you think about the tush push? They can't do it on defense, but they can on offense.
I'm not a fan.
You know, here's the thing. Anybody could do it, though.
Yeah.
So why aren't they doing it?
Well, they don't have a quarterback who's 6'4" and benches or squats 650
And
pounds.
they got Saquon and the Quad Father now. Yeah.
What?
No, we're
Josh Allen might. Josh Allen might.
Not 650.
No.
500 maybe.
Imagine taking Alex Smith over Aaron Rodgers. Wasn't he in the same draft? I don't remember. I might be wrong there.
The pick is in. It isn't going to be a running back, and you know what the Broncos are going to do.
Aaron Rodgers just keeps sitting there.
That's what's happening to Shador. And then he sat behind Favre.
Yeah, how long? At least 3-4 years, right?
Why are they showing Shador again, man? They love talking about this guy, even though there's no way the Bucs are taking Shador Sanders. They're just talking about his slide, like Aaron Rodgers.
They're not taking him.
Pitt, I'm telling you, Pitt. He's going to play in the black and yellow.
Tell you, they're going to take Campbell or Donovan.
Header says no one wants Aaron Rodgers because they can't afford a Cialis bill.
I can.
You don't know.
So it took him a while to get home. There were some house fires preventing him from getting to his place.
Who, Tedder?
Yeah,
House fires.
yeah. He made it.
Well, we should get a lot of rain this weekend.
They don't look happy. They don't look happy in that
No.
draft room for Shador.
Now look at Dion. Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
I think.
Like, do you know how fucking embarrassing you are?
Yeah. You're not my kid.
Look at that hat. Where do you
Pick us
get a
in.
hat like that?
He's in.
Matt, stay up till
Let's
Pittsburgh.
pick it.
Till Pittsburgh draft. See if Shador goes to Pittsburgh. If not, man, he might fall out of the first round.
Lucky pick 19.
Is in.
What?
Wide receiver.
Mecca? Is that what they...
Wide receiver. They said, you know what? Let's get Baker a target.
Yeah, Ohio State, baby. I didn't see that coming.
I don't
Me
even
neither.
see Omeka.
Me neither.
Where's Omeka at?
Egbuka?
He's supposed to go in the first round.
Yeah.
I don't see him out of the
Honey.
42 people that
Pull
were
him up
like
here.
the first 42.
Mecca?
Dependable hands, clutch production, smooth, polished route runner, and experience on both inside and outside alignments. He doesn't have game-breaking speed. His health has been a concern, and ceiling may be more of a wide receiver 2 than a wide receiver 1.
So, as a sophomore, he caught 74 catches for 1,151 yards and 10 touchdowns. Then his junior year, I think he got hurt and missed like 4 or 5 games. I really think he got hurt and missed like 4 games. He had 41 catches, 515 yards. And then this year he had 81 for 10, 11, and 10 touchdowns. But every single year,
he got a little better.
His yards per catch average is between 12 and 21 every single year.
Like I said, not a lot of speed. I think he kind of reminds me of Harry Douglas. Remember when Lamb drafted him? I don't know that he's as fast as him, but good route running like that. Not a tall guy. Good hands.
Dude, he shows up against big teams. Like, here we go. Versus Michigan, he had 4 catches for 51. Versus number 9 Tennessee, 5 catches for 81. Number 1 Oregon, 5 for 72 and a touchdown. Number 6 Texas, 5 for 51. Number 7 Notre Dame, 6 for 64. So he shows up and plays with big teams.
Yeah. Tedder said he'd be watching the draft, but he doesn't want to see it before we announce it. And also, it's playoff hockey, baby.
Yeah, he does ruin everything with how fast his internet is.
Go Flyers.
Unfortunately, the Flyers aren't in it this year.
I know. I was going to say, wait till he says it.
Oh. I wasn't sure if you were digging at me because I'm a Flyers fan.
I'm a Flyers fan.
Yeah.
Matt, if you're sleeping, wake up, your team's about to pick, or trade out of the 20th spot.
Here's what they say about the Broncos. Significant need at running back and are expected to address it right now. They could
Arian
also
Hampton,
look for a wide receiver, interior
still in the
defensive
board.
lineman, or tight end. So it's all offense
Yep.
and maybe, a defensive lineman.
All right, here's their key loss. Javonte Williams, Riley Dixon, Tremont Smith, Cody Barton, Little Jordan Humphrey, Zach Wilson, and their ads are... we'll skip their safety and linebacker.
All right.
Evan Ingram, Trent Sheffield, Jarrett Stidham, Michael Furban. Like, guys that don't even matter. Their 3 big ones are going to be Evan Ingram, Dre Greenlaw, and Talanoa Hufanga.
Where did they play?
Well, where are they going?
Denver.
No. Free agents added.
Yes.
No, that was lost.
Added.
Oh, gotcha. From San Fran.
Yeah,
I thought we
yeah.
lost him to San Fran. I was like, geez, Dougie takes everybody.
No.
I read it wrong.
Anyway, those players that you didn't even know that you had are going to be huge fucking additions to your team.
Oh, signed from? That's who we had. We did. We took it from you. That's what we did. Okay. I read it right.
Doug can just feel the interior of his defense just falling apart.
I love him. I love Doug.
I was okay with, honestly, Hufanga, but Greenlaw, why do you like Greenlaw?
Yeah, man. He was kind of the attitude guy in that locker room. You could feel it when he left the what was that?
It's taking us so long.
Was that
Why
the
is
Super
it?
Bowl?
We're going deep in the clock,
I'm
boys.
telling you, Donnie, you guys have the number 1 and number 2 defense this year. Remember, I said that.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness.
Tedder said San Fran
From
should
your
just say,
lips to
hey,
what,
see you
Doug?
guys next season.
From your lips
Yeah,
to
I
what,
agree.
Doug?
I agree.
From your lips to what, Doug?
That's why I was saying trading up. Like trade out, trade whatever, get some picks.
Oh man,
Man, a minute left. They do not want to
that's
take
what
a
I'm
running
saying.
back.
Why?
I don't know. I think they wanted Tyler Warren, and then they said, "Fuck the first round, we're out."
No, they're messing around. They're gonna go with
You know what?
Amari.
No way. I think they're taking Henderson.
You think? They're not gonna take Hampton?
No, they can take either one. My gut says they're going to take Trevion Henderson.
Henderson?
That'd be wild.
I'm just saying,
Who's the better fit? Judkins? Quinshon Judkins?
Yeah, he's a good player.
I'm just saying, who's the right Bronco fit?
Man, you think Henderson?
Hampton's probably better, but
Marion Hampton.
I could see them
just-
taking Henderson. Yeah, they're not going to take Judkins.
Man, Henderson. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, Ohio State,
Possible,
baby.
dude.
Yeah. Well, they in Ohio they split reps.
Pick is in.
And
What do you think? It's Hendo or?
I think
I think it's
if I'm them, I take Hampton.
I think it's going to be Hampton. I only reason I said Henderson is because Hampton played in North Carolina and Henderson played at Ohio State. So
But we never-
you played stronger schools at Ohio State.
Yeah,
we never get that
but
big
he split
guy.
reps though.
You know, we always find. We pride ourselves in finding talent, and
I can't wait to see it. I could see this being a wideout.
you know,
Matthew Golden out of Texas.
Matthew Golden. I like Golden.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
we do need a receiver too. We do need a
You need a running back more than you need a
we need a running back more than anything. And now's the time.
Yeah, but you could
Now's the time.
you
to
could do something like take Golden and then tomorrow sign Nick Chubb.
You know what? They're going to come out here and they're going to say, okay, we're taking Jahade Brown, cornerback,
And then they pair him with
and they're going to just absolutely have a lockdown defense and saying, go ahead, guys, come.
yeah. Yeah, we can do whatever we want. We don't need to run the ball now because no one's scoring on us.
Exactly.
Look who they're showing.
Yeah, because imagine
Also, that
Speaking of
last team that
mustaches.
just took a wideout, why did they not take Matthew Golden? Doesn't even make sense. They took a guy that's like a number 2 wideout, and there's still number 1s on the board. That makes no sense to me.
here we go. Look at baby.
Bro Nix, Matt Ulick. The Eagles have not. We'll get to
Well,
the
the
Eagles'
Eagles
adds
grabbed
and
up?
losses.
Oh, that'll be.
yeah, soon. I forget where they draft.
They're the last to pick, I think.
Yeah,
What?
they're last.
I didn't see that game.
32. We're getting there, Tedder.
We need teams to stop taking the entire 10 minutes. It's about midnight already.
I know.
Oh, it's going to be
Jesus
midnight till we're
Christ.
done.
Broncos take Jahdae Barron, he said.
No way.
I don't,
Hey, hey.
I don't know if he's serious. Let me get back in our group chat here. No
We took a
way, dude.
cornerback?
Could that be real?
Did we?
Dude, that can't be real.
I just said it.
He's messing with us.
That can't be real. He's saying it's real. No way that's real, dude. No way.
How?
That they take a corner.
He is the number 1 corner in the
I
draft.
mean, depending if you like that guy out of Michigan or not, but
There it is.
dude, I can't believe this. No way,
We're gonna
dude.
take a running back.
No. What? Did they think that they can't re-sign him? Samuel?
Oh, hey, maybe
Who
they
the hell?
said,
I can't
okay,
remember that.
we got
Trying to understand.
those 2
Samuel.
studs from
Samuel.
the Niners. Now we're going to get the best cornerback on the draft.
On the planet.
That is wild.
Remember I said earlier, Donnie, you're going to have the number 1 and number 2. You're going to have the number 1 defense in the league.
I think so.
You will.
I think so.
You're going to have
I
a
mean-
lockdown D.
We need weapons on offense. We need time of possession. We need to control the ball.
That's wild, dude. You need a receiver also.
Yes.
You need a running back. You need
And a tight end.
Nah, Evan Ingram. Man, that's crazy. They don't even have to send their corners across the field anymore. They're both number 1s. They don't have to follow. Man, that's crazy.
Wow. I didn't see that
I'm telling
coming.
you, you guys aren't going to give up 300 points next season. You're not. If those guys all stay healthy, you're not giving
Matt,
up
stay
300
up and
points.
see if Shador goes here.
You could do it, Matt. Stick with us.
Hold on.
Maybe they're gonna let the Niners trade for him.
So Tedder said midnight. It's not even 10:30. LOL. Dude, I'm old, Tedder. I'm old. All right. Feels like midnight.
Tedder doesn't wake up as early as we do.
As who does?
Tedder, as we do.
Who's we?
Who is we? You woke up at 3 p.m.
Yeah, 3
No, that was a
o'clock.
joke.
Yeah, Doug and I are here.
It's done.
Doug and I are here
I
at
wake up-
7 o'clock.
I wake
for
up earlier
podcasts.
than everybody I know,
No, you don't.
except for the weekends.
Earlier than who?
No, except for the weekends.
No, being honest.
Oh,
No, I'm being honest. Saturdays are tough.
What time do you get up though?
Tedder's up at 8
Normally
a.m.
around like 6:30
Okay.
in the
then-
morning
Okay.
And then on Saturdays when we do our podcast, what time
during
you
the week. So I sleep in on the weekends
You can't. We're doing something on Saturdays.
half the year.
And that means you only got to wake up half the year early.
I know,
All
but
right.
that's tough. That's really tough because I stay up late on Friday nights. You know, it's Thursday,
Oh
bro.
my God, the Steelers pick is in.
Yeah.
Do they
He's up at 8.
do they run for Shador Sanders here? Is that what
I'm
happened?
gonna see something real quick.
They're getting a
What's
quarterback.
their additions and losses?
Key losses. They lost Najee Harris and James Daniels.
Yeah.
They added Kenneth Gainwell. I don't like it. Darius Slay Jr. I like. Malik Harrison and Ben Skowronek, wide receiver, and Scotty Miller, wide receiver. So they lost 2 wideouts.
You know what? They got DK. They got who's that other kid on the other side?
Oh,
Shador Sanders is going right here. They're going to get a quarterback. I'm telling you right now.
Pickens.
Yeah, Pickens. I say you go with Marion Hampton and you're just a smash 'em up team.
Nobody needs a quarterback at this point more than the Steelers, unless they do a Broncos and be like, we don't need a running
If they
back.
don't take him here, he falls out of the first round, I think.
I think Shador Sanders is going
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
this is it.
It's in, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's in.
My insider did.
Anyone to take you can have the field. I'll take Sanders for $10.
I got Sanders. I said it.
The whole field?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm taking
All right.
Sanders.
I'll take Jackson Dart.
Well, you just want to take one player?
Yeah, Jackson Dart. What, you don't like it?
No.
Something I could see happening. Defensive tackle. What the okay.
Where's
Yeah.
Sanders going now?
Yo, the big
Second
O,
round.
Oregon, baby.
Second round.
Man,
Now, didn't I tell you earlier that what's his name? I said the other. Hold on. Who did I say was going to go all the way? Oh, Jalen Walker. I said I could see Pittsburgh picking him. Remember I said that? And you're like, no. Everyone's like, no, he's going to take Sanders. Blah blah blah.
Man, that's crazy. Dude, I didn't even scout this guy.
oh, he's emotional.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
About it.
All right. Impressive blend of size, athleticism, and football IQ. He led the FBS interior defenders in pressures and win rate in 2024. Versatile fit in various defensive schemes. He needs to manage his weight. He's, comes in
boy.
out of shape in
313.
the offseason. He must improve tackling consistency, and he only had really 1 year of good production. So they said, we like him better than Shador. Or Jackson Dart. Or Jalen Milrow.
They're going with Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
The
proof-
has to be,
The proof is in the pudding.
Has to be what it means.
The proof is in the
Man, if
pudding.
they don't get him, Kirk Cousins, baby.
He sounds like trash.
Here's
What?
his-
There's nothing bad about that. I'm a little bit out of shape in the winter time, but look at me during beach body right here. Beach body.
So Harmon had 45 tackles, 27 solos, 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 passes defended.
Now that they show him up there, he looked like a Steeler.
He does.
He's from Detroit, Michigan.
Chargers on the clock. He's crying. Grandma hugged him.
Yeah. Grammy's proud.
Yeah, hell yeah. Was it his mom?
Chargers
His
key
His mom.
losses.
I'm waiting with a bated breath.
Linebacker Nick Neiman,
All right.
Puno Ford,
All right.
Keenan Allen, and it's not on here, but did they? I thought they lost Bosa. Bosa left. Am I going crazy here?
I don't know. I feel like he might have resigned. I'll look it up. Joey, what were their additions?
Linebacker Austin Phillips, quarterback Jalen Hurts. What?
I don't think that's true. What are you reading?
Dude, what's it say? Adding new talent.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts.
Quarterback Jalen Hurts.
That's obviously wrong.
That's what I'm reading.
Oh, man. 21 minutes ago, Joey Bosa has signed with AFC Contenders. Is this real? Yahoo Sports.
Yep, what's it say?
Jalen Hurts.
He just signed with Buffalo Bills.
Who?
Joey Bosa.
Yeah, Buffalo. That's it. Yep.
Damn.
They need pass rush, interior defense line, and wide receiver. They could also look to address the offensive line, specifically at guard. That's what the
Do you think
Chargers.
they go golden? I feel like that's a good pick for them. Get a stud wide out for...
I hope not.
No, what's his name came back, right?
I really don't want them to go with anybody good.
Didn't that wide receiver come back to the Chargers?
Mm-mm.
I just swear I read that.
No, they lost Keenan Allen. He's no longer there. And they lost wide receiver Mike Williams. They lost Allen and Williams.
I don't know if that's... I feel like one of those guys went back. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Who do they go with?
Wow.
See, I don't. Dude,
We
this is
went
so
with
weird.
Jaw Day.
It says the Chargers also made a significant move by adding quarterback Jalen Hurts.
That's obviously a typo.
That's got to be a type, but it's in there in two different places.
Hey, Tedder, good luck this year, okay? He's a Charger now.
Wow, that's
He said
weird.
you're not NFL ready, Donnie.
He doesn't know.
He said you're not NFL ready.
No, but I am golf ready.
Yeah, but you were saying that you're out of shape too, and you could, remember?
Hey, let me tell you what kind of guy Tedder is. He's a good
Alright.
friend, supposedly, right?
All right.
He hops on Facebook and says, hey, you could get golf clubs for free. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They're like damaged or seconds or whatever. So I go on and I have to pay taxes. They're like $10 for taxes or whatever.
All right.
And today I find out that I'm probably not getting them because my bank let me know that my card was hacked. Yeah.
So you're not getting them,
Yeah. I did it all for the tailor-mades.
and you didn't even.
I'll take Will Johnson here.
Yeah, I got
With the
that
Chargers.
email before I came in. Actually, it was like 6:45. That's why I was late. Not because I
And you
overslept.
How did you
Yeah,
know
I beat
that?
you to it. Yeah.
Mike Williams is back.
Yeah, I told you to check him out.
That's weird how all the other ones were correct except for the Chargers. Because Jalen Hurts is definitely not a Charger.
Well, I guess we didn't look it up. We don't know for sure.
I think they are going to go with wide receiver here.
I think they take Will Johnson.
You know why this happened? I don't
Dude,
know.
the
if you
draft
guys-
pick, the draft day predictor said 96%
see
chance
this?
Shador will be drafted.
I mean,
guys see that?
could you see
Not this shit
Shador I could see him going there
See that?
To the Chargers?
because who's at the Chargers there? Who's their quarterback?
A good ass player?
How many years has he been in the league?
I don't even know. Maybe 8? I actually don't know. Maybe 8?
I can't believe I wore my not this shit again socks and we didn't pick a running back.
It did.
Justin
I don't know.
Herbert.
Man.
I can't tie my shoe now. I thought I was more flexible than this.
Okay, yeah. So he's only been in the league 6 years. This will be number 6.
Nah, Herbert.
Yeah, I was thinking it was more like 8 or 9. He was pick 6 in that round.
1 minute left. The Chargers might trade. This might be
The Broncos again. Can we buy a spot?
man. That's wild. Green Bay, Minnesota's not going to take a quarterback. He might be done for the first round. Who else we got then?
Green Bay. After this,
You got to move your phone. I can't see the draft order.
right here.
Now the next. Texans
Bay.
won't.
Texans.
Rams won't.
Nope.
Where are you looking?
Won't.
Baltimore won't.
Detroit won't. Washington won't. Buffalo won't.
Hold on,
Kansas
what are
City
you
won't.
looking
Eagles
at that I don't
won't.
understand?
Dude, he's out of the first round. That is wild.
Oh, you're looking at these?
Yeah.
I mean, the Vikings could, right? They could.
Why would they?
They could.
I don't think so.
Out of all the teams that are left.
There's no way. They're going with JJ from last year. JJ McCarthy. They're not going to create that kind of pressure on him.
Okay.
I don't think there's any way.
Yeah, none of those guys are going to go with a quarterback.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, everyone else is locked in.
Maybe the Rams, right?
Maybe.
With Stafford?
Yeah, a little bit older. But they might just get him some tools and try and make another run. I don't know, man. I think he's out of the first round.
Yeah.
I never thought that would happen. I thought there was a chance that 3 quarterbacks would go.
Johnson or Golden? That's who's going here. The pick is in.
I could see being goal. They brought Mike Williams back. They got Quinton Johnson. I don't think they're wide out.
I'm always wrong, so I'm not going to guess.
Will Johnson or Golden?
Wide out would surprise me. I could see Will Johnson though. Is he from Michigan?
I don't know.
I just don't want the Chargers to be good.
Is Will Johnson there on your list?
Oh, you mean college?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah, but I mean, I thought you meant like where's he
Well,
from?
Harbaugh's from Michigan. Man, I think that's good. I think.
Will Johnson isn't on my list.
I think
Oh, yeah, he is.
I think
He
that
is.
might be the pick.
Cornerback.
That'd be huge. He's a shutdown guy.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Pick is in. Stop talking. Let's go.
So I'm saying it's Johnson. That's how I go here. But back to Shador Sanders.
Not
The next time they show that draft room, the lights might be off. Just went home.
Giants get him in the second round.
That would be so lucky for them. Man. That'd
It
be
really
the
would.
perfect draft for them.
It really would.
So where do they draft? 2?
3.
3?
Yeah. Jaguars aren't taking anyone, and Titans took Cam Ward.
They might have 2. I think they had like a similar record with the Browns. They might have 2.
Here it comes.
Running back.
Hampton. Wow.
That's a great pick for him.
I mean, yeah, but
Well, you're not getting him in the second round, Donnie.
I'm mad about it. I'm mad.
hey,
Look at that. He's a beast. Look at him.
Oh, man. So, Marion Hampton, my number 2 running back. Powerful runner with excellent contact balance. He thrives on physicality. Reliable hands in the passing game. Adds value as a receiver. Consistent production. He averaged 5.9 yards per carry in 2024. He's not overly elusive. He relies more on strength and agility. His long speed's solid, but not elite. He's been caught from behind in breakaway runs a couple of times. He gets hawked. Vision can be inconsistent and may struggle with complex blocking schemes. So he's kind of a show me where the hole is and run kind of guy.
Yeah, that's show me the hole, baby.
show me the hole. So,
But here's the thing: is this going to be another year where Bo Nix just doesn't have a lot of weapons, but the defense is amazing?
Nah, there's some running backs around too.
oh yeah, you've listen.
We have no running backs. We have none.
Scatterbo. Anyhow, his sophomore year, he had 253 carries for 1,500 yards, which is 5.9, and 15 touchdowns. Listen how close this is. 5.9 with 15 touchdowns. His junior year, he has 281 for 1660 and 5.9 and 15 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's almost identical.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he's good for 30 catches out of the backfield.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
good
that's
hands.
the thing. He's a double threat too, man.
So he's bigger than him, but he I don't know. So my thoughts on him are Le'Veon Bell. That's who he kind of remind me of.
Ooh, Le'Veon was pretty. I don't know, maybe.
That's who, because he's a big dude. He's a one cut kind of guy. Le'Veon, I don't know. He was probably better at waiting for the play to develop.
He was.
He had good patience. Green Bay's on the clock. They're doing some kind of celebration here.
God.
Looks like there's children throwing things into the crowd. It's hard to say.
They're cheerleaders. They were throwing their shirts.
I don't think that's the case.
Green Bay.
What kind of party is this in Green Bay? All of a sudden, it's like,
They are launching shirts. I don't think you're wrong about that.
All right. Key additions
Out there
and
with their-
losses.
T-shirt cannons.
Guard Aaron Banks. Cornerback Nate Hobbs. Wide receiver McCole Hardman. Linebacker Christian Welch. And then they losses, they have A.J. Dillon. Went to the Eagles. Defensive lineman T.J. Slayton. Center Josh Myers.
Man, did they sling it around
Can I
last
go
year?
center here?
You know,
Yeah.
What are your what is it saying for potential needs here?
oh, that would be me.
Yeah, that's your job.
I mean, I can see him taking Josh Simmons here.
Yeah. I had him above
How do you spell green?
what? G. Broncos need a new water boy, Tedder said.
Yeah, I don't really read what he writes a lot. They need a receiver, cornerback, defensive end being the most prominent. Additional needs include defensive tackle and O-line.
Yeah, they need O-line for sure.
He's saying if you went to the Broncos as a water boy, they'd be like, who brought the slow guy in?
Yeah.
Jahad Campbell could end up here.
Why? Why? Because I can't pour water fast?
Yeah, they could use a linebacker. Maybe I'm reading his.
Just
Maybe
not-
he's calling me the slow kid.
Jahad Campbell could end up here.
Does he think I'm slow?
Who said that?
He hasn't even seen you walk,
Nah, I mean mentally.
Dude.
wobble.
I think he means mentally.
No. You're our tech here on the broadcast.
You ever see? He runs like a 4.1 20-yard.
He rolls like a,
Running an 8.240.
yep. Yeah, what? I have a baconator
I think you're a solid 6'5".
on the edge of a fishing rod,
I don't.
and I hang it out the window of my Camaro.
I'm an injury risk.
You know, that's how some fantasy leagues determine your draft
40-yard dash.
40-yard dash.
Nice.
It's funny.
You could run.
I think I might do that next year for my draft.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You'll blow your ACL though.
Stumble, fall, break my neck, kill myself, and it's like, oh, no more fantasy
You're
football for him.
in a wheelchair the rest of your life. Fantasy draft.
Who are the 49ers gonna get this?
Who are the 49ers going to draft?
That was rude. I can run a 20-minute 1/8 mile. That's not bad.
2 minutes left.
There we go. They're going deep on the clock. We all know who they're taking.
Shador Sanders.
They don't need a wide receiver. What are they picking
Wide
Golden
receiver?
for?
You mean,
What are they picking Golden for? That's what I want.
They could use a wideout, I think.
Another one?
Green Bay.
What's your
They
thing?
just passed the ball and
What's your thing
passed the
say?
ball and threw it up for grabs, and they always came down with it. Remember their
I
passing
think
yards
they
last
take
year.
an offensive lineman or an edge rusher.
James Pierce Jr. I thought
Cornerback,
about
maybe?
that too.
Will Johnson. Oh, he was.
Will Johnson. Maybe.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to refresh because it takes 20 minutes.
Where'd Will Johnson go? I forgot.
What do you mean?
I didn't think he went.
Will Johnson?
Yeah, I feel like he didn't go.
Yeah, he didn't go. We still got Will Johnson.
Come on.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
gone.
remember him going.
He went to the bathroom.
Well, you're thinking about Will Campbell. He went,
Way early.
really early. Here it comes. It's in.
The pick.
The pick is in.
I think that guy's wearing a KFC cape there in the front. I'm just hungry.
If you're
Yeah, me too. I thought there was going to be wings. I really did.
If you're Jordan Love, can you imagine?
Look at your screen.
Shador Sanders.
Yeah, no. I'm not even worried about it.
I mean, they did it to every quarterback who ever has been in Green Bay. They draft a quarterback.
Looking over your shoulder the whole time.
Oh, God. No, they got Love. Love he's good.
Yeah, but they did it to Aaron Rodgers. They did it to Brett Favre. So, yeah, the dude behind you that can sling it.
Yep.
It's still packed in Green Bay. Damn.
Well,
Look at the
yeah,
crowd.
until after this pick.
If you're this guy here at the bottom of the screen, what can you really see?
Nothing.
That's what I'm saying. That sucks.
You're drunk anyhow.
When I went to the Philadelphia draft, we were like
Yeah,
10th row.
they tailgate for this.
Yeah, we were close.
How did you get so close?
Yeah.
I don't know. We just lined up. It's like first come, first serve. We went early.
How many beers were you in when the action
Dude.
started?
Bud Lights. So when you buy Bud Light at the draft, I don't know if they're still like that. They give you like an 18-ounce can, and they're like $15.
Yeah.
So it was
That's about
cheaper. I
right.
went over and drank Stella Artois from the beer tent for like $5 a beer.
Can you bring your own?
You can't. You can't.
You can sneak it in.
There it
Yeah, you
is.
probably could, I guess.
Here it comes.
Edge rusher or offensive lineman?
James Pierce.
It could be.
I'm saying Golden.
Oh my God, he's pandering to the crowd.
Josh Simmons.
It's going to be the longest pick.
Yeah, this dude's a Pro Bowl, Super Bowl winning.
He's a pro blower.
Who is it?
Some Pro Bowl, Super Bowl winning something for the Packers. Mark Murphy, Packers president, CEO.
You know Mark Murphy.
That's
Isn't
my-
he relation?
That's my
Uncle Mark.
Did you know that Green Bay is owned by the taxpayers?
I do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't
They-
got to buy
they-
tickets.
they
You
don't-
actually apply for them.
And there's a long wait. It's like
Yeah.
65 years before you can
People have passed down their
and
wait list to their...
The whole town has season tickets like you'll never get in.
Yeah. So you can go to a game. I hope you put in when you were 7.
Here it comes.
Here it is. Oh my God, he's still going. Just say the name. Ah, that's talking about what I just talked about.
Yeah. Hey, you're smart.
Yeah. Ask my wife; she'll tell you.
And Tedder, obviously.
Yeah, you
Slow.
think I'm slow.
Come
How
on.
slow was that?
This guy will not say the pick. Oh my God.
This is 15 seconds of fame. Hey, Mark Murphy, no one cares.
No, you watch your mouth. You don't
Sorry,
speak to your
you
uncle
guys-
like that.
You're getting a spanking at the family reunion.
Yeah,
He's not invited.
Oh my
this
God.
would be Doug if he would have had
Did
the
he-
podium.
He's
He's literally yelling at himself.
He holding on to the podium while they pull him away from it.
Good.
No, I wouldn't. No, I would not.
God.
Friggin' sending pictures to the secretaries.
Who'd they pick?
Did he say it yet?
Yeah.
Matthew Golden.
I told you they were going to get
You said they're not taking a wide receiver.
I said they don't need one. That's why they're going to pick one.
Oh, gotcha. Dude, he is sharp.
Yo.
Sharp dress, man.
Look at that guy.
Minnesota's up next.
Shit.
All right, Matthew
What I'm
Golden, I
talking
did
about.
it.
Listen. Oh, my
Spot on.
God. I would look so good in that suit.
You would. You would.
Imagine big beard, purple mohawk, just strutting like a
vertical
peacock.
threat with track speed. Ran track. Sudden in and out of breaks. Offers value as a return specialist. Slight frame. Physical DBs could probably jam him. Inconsistent hands in traffic because he's a smaller guy. And blocking efforts, a little hit or miss with this guy. So maybe he'll block you. Maybe he'll take the play off.
He's a receiver. He's good with his hand.
He had the fastest time among receivers at 4.29.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
That's what I'm talking
Niners
about.
could have used that.
So, He had 58 catches for 987 yards and 9 touchdowns. His longest one is only 54 yards. So even though he has that fast speed, he's not breaking away from people for whatever reason.
That's a long ass touchdown though.
I was looking at fucking tight ends that had 68 yards. That guy's running a 5.6 40, and he's breaking away and running 68 yards.
Yeah.
That's all he had the opportunity for, Doug.
Yeah, we're talking about yak yards after catch.
I have it on here. It's not very much. So 54 is his longest for his junior year, 39 is his longest for his sophomore year, and 44 is his longest for his freshman year.
He got a 39-yarder.
I can run a 39-yarder. I need oxygen.
Tedder said, I thought Green Bay pays you to watch their games.
They do.
They do?
Yeah, if you're in the community, they actually pay their fans to watch their games.
Well,
Can you imagine?
Madness.
does anyone here know a Green Bay fan?
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
I didn't know they had
they
real
bleed
fans.
green like Eagles, but different.
I'm with you, Tedder. I didn't know they had fans.
Yeah. The Vikings pick is in. I looked up the Vikings, and they need everything. Oh, they're looking. Top needs in the draft
signed-
are a cornerback, safety, and an offensive guard. They also have needs at defensive tackle, wide receiver, tight end, and running back. So there goes our other running back.
You
That's
should
what-
go after Doug. I feel like it's a better flow.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
okay. It's all right. But so they signed several key players, including defensive tackle Jonathan Allen, defensive tackle Javon Hargrave, while losing players like Cam Akers, Jonathan Bullard, and Cameron Bynum. What's he saying?
I don't know. Do they need a running back, do you think?
Maybe.
Where do they go? I think they protect J.J. McCarthy. If they need offensive line, is that one of your things? Did you reload? Are you powering down?
You know what? Who are they? Vikings? Safety cornerback. They need
Will Johnson here? I could see that.
Will
Nick
Johnson.
Emenwari.
Your guy. Starks.
Emenwari goes before him. I just got a feeling that they're going to
Emenwari. Yep.
they're going to draft the combine over the play.
Will Johnson or Nick Emenwari.
All right.
That's the two.
Secondary.
I'm so glad your screen works. I can still function.
Does this work?
This does, yeah.
Yeah, but he's using that for a different.
I know, but that means
Yeah.
if this works and this works and this works,
And this works.
that means this is the problem.
4-inch
This is new
thick
firmware.
tablet.
This
New
isn't an old
firmware.
tablet.
You're right. Okay, 2015 is not old.
No, we just got this on a promotion.
Well, 2017.
Are you saying if we get something on a promotion, they give you the old one?
They might, and they might give you the lowest RAM.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's going to be upset.
That's weird. We're streaming an entire
okay, Mark.
broadcast and you can't load an NFL page.
Imagine. Imagine. And we're 45 seconds behind the world.
And I'm
Peter says we need to call Taco Bell. That's actually not a terrible idea.
and I'm checking.
No, he's saying because that's whose internet we stole.
Well, no. And I'm checking my fantasy sports, so like I'm checking all those things too.
You might not be wrong.
He's the Taco Bell guest internet.
No, they're not that close.
There's a live stat check. I went up 5 points today. Look at that.
Was that
Really?
baseball?
I'm in second overall. Yeah,
He's
Doug,
checking out his
This
bets.
is a football.
broadcast.
I'm in second. Oh yeah.
This is not a baseball fantasy broadcast.
You know what? We're also going to get a boo here, too. A big boo.
Yeah, for the VIX.
Look at it's all purple right now for the Vikings.
That actually does look pretty awesome.
Yeah, it does. Pick 24.
Well, it's all red for the Niners. You didn't say that then, you fucks.
I wish man, calling yourselves the Purple People Eaters, that's such a good name.
Here it
They
is.
do it.
Donovan Jackson guard, they said, let's protect.
Offensive guard.
AJ
I told you.
I can see that.
They
I
blew out his
told you.
ACL in training camp.
Who did?
J.J. McCarthy last year.
Oh yeah. But I mean, he's back this year.
Yeah. Yep.
That's back like my NFL page. Nice.
Texans.
Texans are on.
Let me read about. Let me see if I research this guy. O-line, Donovan. I did. Great size and balance at the guard position. Moves well laterally and pulls effectively. Consistent experience in high-level offense. Inconsistent with leverage. Needs to maintain base better and pass protection. And can lose focus on longer plays. He just kind of wanders off.
A wanderer. Imagine that.
The Wanderer. And
That's
Doug, what are
rude.
your offensive lineman stats on this guy?
They'll be there.
Thanks,
Look them
Doug.
up.
offensive lineman? We don't have offensive lineman stats.
Of course they do.
Oh, man. The Giants are on the phone with somebody. Dude, are they trading? Because I don't see a player.
Oh, they might be. Hold on.
Wait, was this supposed to be the Giants? Did they just trade in? This wasn't the Giants, right?
It was
It's supposed to be the Texans, right?
It was. It's
The
supposed to.
Giants are taking Shador.
They are.
Dude, I bet. Look at
Yo.
look at their showing.
Did he have to do that to get Shador? though? They would have gotten him anyway.
No, they would have got him anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's what we were
Texans are-
thinking.
Rams the only one who
Yeah.
might.
Who?
The Rams.
Unless they were afraid of like
I don't think the Rams do
Cleveland trading up or you know what I mean?
I can't wait to see what they gave Texans here.
Could you imagine they take Jackson Dart?
And not sure.
Oh man, I hope. Dude, they're patting him on the back and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
that. Dude, they're gonna
Dude,
do
he's
it.
they're look at him hugging him.
Nuh-uh. Oh my
New
god.
York looks on the clock and they're showing him, they're hugging him. He just got off the phone.
Oh no.
Jackson Dart.
Dude.
Pissed too. No way. Deion looked pissed.
Dion will hate the Giants forever.
Oh, they
my
don't
God.
know which
I think
one
it's
yet.
Dart. Just from what we saw there, I think it's Dart. Oh my
man,
god.
crazy.
So earlier today I saw they released some scout was saying that I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but basically like Shador was the worst interview he ever had. First of all, he's not that talented. And then he's overconfident.
Who said this?
Saying shit like that. Some scout or some guy who was in the interview room with Shador when they did the quarterback interview.
Man.
Yeah, he's saying that he's too cocky, stuff like that. So,
Well, you know what? The Rams are on the clock, and they're looking at Jackson Dart and Shakur.
the Rams?
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it. It's on their thing.
Where?
That's why the Giants are making a move.
To get ahead of the Rams?
Where does it say that?
You're behind.
Oh, God.
You have to refresh it.
I'm not refreshing this ever again.
Here, look,
Dude,
I'll refresh mine again for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Whoop, whoop, there it is.
Hey, you might as well just move that over and put it in between
Yeah,
us.
dude. Rams on the clock, and they have their top two are Dart and Dart is ahead of Shakur. I can never say his name.
Shador.
Shadora. Man.
So, if the Giants did make the trade here, which it looks like they did, and the pick is in, if they take Dart,
Deion will torch them on social media. Dude, Deion did look pissed. Did you see him when he
No,
was standing against that wall?
oh yeah, earlier.
Ooh, no, just like
No,
a couple
Like
minutes
a
ago.
minute ago.
Yeah.
No, he's been mad for
I saw him
An
against
hour.
the wall like 10 picks ago.
Oh man, I think this pick's Dart.
I hope it's Dart.
Dart did look good. These the defensive coordinator for the team that I
Was
Help
his
with.
first name Jackson?
yeah
yeah.
he loved
Jackson
it. That was
Dart,
his favorite
Ole Miss.
quarterback from college last year.
Whose?
The defensive coordinator for the high school that I helped coach with.
86.3 QBR.
I love how Doug's so tired.
Well, it is late, man. You work tomorrow, Doug? Me too, man. I'm thinking
What time is it? Is the time on
I
this
should have
right?
requested off.
I don't want to refresh to get the right time.
Yeah, it's about to be 11.
There we go. 10:57.
I have a delicious salad waiting when I get home.
Oh, you know what? The chef salad. That's
I
what
went
I can go for.
Cobb.
I'm gonna fry me some eggs and bacon.
What's in a Cobb?
Eggs, a little bit of bacon.
I'm gonna make
And
me
that's
some
it?
eggs and bacon.
Oh,
That's
lettuce.
the only protein? Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Everything's got lettuce if it's a salad.
Some have chicken.
Yeah, but that would be a chicken
I had
Cobb
Five
salad,
Guys for dinner.
wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how you just say,
But you know, my favorite place is Valenti's in
Yeah.
Ulrichsburg.
Yeah, I ordered from Benny's.
they're a sponsor, Matt, just so you know.
Benny's is delicious food. They're just. Do they even deliver?
No.
That's my problem. I need
Yeah,
to
and they're not open all the time. I think they're only open
However,
They're closed Sundays and Mondays.
Fantastic
They're open
food.
from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and they're open from 10 a.m. till 9 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays.
I can't wait till they're a
can't believe we
proud
just gave
sponsor.
free airtime. It's messed up.
I love
You
their
better get a free
pierogi pizza.
pizza.
Yo, their pierogi pizza
Better get a
is
free
so
pizza.
doughy.
Who loves
I
you?
love it.
Amy, Sal, Lorenzo, Aaron,
Aaron,
Aaron.
here we go to pick us in.
Oh,
It's going to be dirty. Oh, it's going to be dirty.
Jackson Dart, come on.
I think that it said Ole Miss quarterback on my phone just now, so it has to be Jackson Dart.
I think you're just excited for all the wrong
I think
reasons.
it's Jackson Dart from the evidence that I have acquired.
Here it
There
comes.
it is.
It is?
No fucking way, dude. You really, that guy's pumped, but do you really want Jackson Dart over Shador?
That's what, it's the Giants, man. I'm happy for them.
All right, boys, I'm off to bed. Have a great stream and go Eagles, says
Yeah, are
Tedder.
you?
All right. Later, bro.
Love you, Tedder.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All the amazing comments.
All right. Can we see the Shador family?
Ah, man. LA's on the clock. Jalen Milroe, Alabama, quarterback.
What, they're going to get Shador right now.
I'm waiting to see what they traded here. Like what?
Yeah, I don't think it showed.
No, I didn't see it yet.
Oh, man. Pick is in.
Wow.
Jalen Milrow, Alabama quarterback.
You know who the Giants? You know who the Rams are taking?
Yeah, Jalen Milrow out of Alabama, quarterback.
Really?
That'd be awesome.
Dude, if that really happened, I've been like,
Whoa. Look at the bottom of the trade. The pick is
and
in.
their pick is in. Who are they taking?
Yo.
Oh my god, I gotta get back to my other screen.
Dude, I don't know.
I gotta move here. Hold on.
So when they took Jackson Dart, the Rams said, fuck it. No way, dude.
Falcons are
Malachi
26.
Starks.
Malachi Starks. Will
Dude.
Johnson.
Dude, if this happens, if Malachi Starks right now.
They could take Will Johnson, dude.
Hold on, guys. I have to. Dude, I never wish they shut up more. I never read about him, so let me read about him so I could forget about it. He possesses one of the best deep balls in this class. Jackson Dart, that is. Athletic, with the ability to extend plays outside the pocket. Gunslinger mentality and confident with tight window throws. He comes from a QB-friendly system, and he may need time to adjust to the NFL. Occasional lapses in decision-making under pressure, and he needs to improve his consistency in short to intermediate throws. But, again, a guy that I, respect, who loves football, this was his favorite quarterback.
You know what's crazy is that I was reading a little bit about the Rams, who would have been this pick if the Falcons wouldn't have stole it. And they were talking about how some specific names mentioned, including Old Miss quarterback Jackson.
Well, here's his last two
Dart.
seasons.
Obviously, they
guys.
didn't get him.
Yeah, here's his last two seasons. So he was 233 of 358, 65% for 3,300 yards and 23 touchdowns. His junior year and his senior year, he was
blew up.
276 for. Well, that was a good season. 276 for 398, 69%. So up 4%. 4,200 yards, up 900 yards, and 6 more touchdowns with 29 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
And he just was fun to watch. Just some of the plays that he made.
180.7, and he was a 162.4 his junior year. So,
And I don't know the stats were, but he could run a bit too. So Shador's going to fall out of the first round, guys.
Oh, the Falcons are picking him right
I want
now.
to know what we traded. We don't have a third rounder because Kirk Cousins fucked us over. So
Listen, it only makes perfect sense. Dion picked the Falcons, and the Falcons
Who texted you
picked
what?
Dion. You know, what do you think? What does your informer say?
I can't believe it, man.
I
That's
know.
awesome.
Do you have it in?
He's the guy that I was just talking about. Said Dart's better than Sanders. Shador's gonna fall out of the first round.
What the hell's saying?
If only there was.
You got on Vibrizzle. It's on vibrate.
Wow. Hey, listen, just so you know, if the Falcons don't take Starks, the Ravens are.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's what this trade's about. They want to get in front of the Ravens. Or do they take Emanwari? I hope not. I hope not because he's.
Or Will Johnson. But I think it's going to be Starks.
Dude, what did I say to you, Doug?
Do you feel like it's going to be
The player I wanted the most in this
There
draft.
it is. Here, listen.
The Atlanta Falcons select James Pierce Jr.
2 edge rushers.
Well, aren't all your dreams coming true?
I mean, listen, he's talented, but
That's wild.
From Texas.
that's not who I thought they would pick.
No, why didn't we take Starks? We already took a pass rusher. That's fucking... dude, the Falcons know how to piss me the fuck off.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Oh, my God.
Watch Denver will probably get Malachi instead of a running back.
I really thought it'd be Malachi or Will Johnson. I
Me
really did.
too.
I
What
really
the
did.
fuck, dude? Why would you take 2 edge rushers in the same draft? What did we trade?
26 overall pick, third, and then he got second, seventh, and first round pick in 26.
I forgot. I saw what we gave up. So we got a third rounder.
Yeah.
But what did we give up? I missed it. Anyway, James Pierce Jr., elite first step of explosiveness and burst, natural bend and pass rush instincts, productive against top SEC competition. He's had some more strength. He can be inconsistent versus the run, and he's still refining some technique and counter moves.
But he's quick.
Ah, yeah, he's a good athlete. He absolutely hosed that left tackle on that play.
Yeah, actually, he looks like he's like...
He used that
skinny.
guy to
He looks
tackle
like,
the other quarterback.
doesn't he look like he's 180?
Yeah, what are his stats, Doug?
I'm just trying to find out. I'm so far. Who am I looking for?
James Pierce Jr.
Yeah, I'm going to say 200.
So
Why didn't we take Starks, man?
James Pierce. Why did it pull this up?
Hold on.
At least you have a running back. Isn't that frustrating?
I just want to see what we traded.
Like the Broncos only need
he ran
one thing.
He ran a 4.47
Really bad.
in the 40.
Yeah,
He's a
it's-
31 vertical. I'm trying to get to his stats there.
Here's where Malachi Starks goes. I'm so jealous, dude.
To Baltimore, I think that's where he's going.
Yeah, I think so too. I just want to see the trade again.
So when they did that, they just get skipped then. Yeah?
What do you? No, they got Atlanta, whatever Atlanta's picks were.
No, I'm saying L.A. The Rams.
Yeah, they traded their pick, so they get whatever Atlanta gave them. So if we gave them a second rounder, they now draft in the second round.
Right, I gotcha. Okay. But they get skipped for the first round.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that's the question. Okay.
Dude, why am I having a hard time getting this guy's stats? Okay, so he had 38 total tackles, 23 solos, 1 pass defended, and 7.5 sacks this year. Last year, he had 27 total 18 solo, 9.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. So his junior year was a little bit better than his senior year.
Man, Malachi's going to the Ravens.
So
I
if
just
this
know it's
is
gonna happen.
if this is correct, we gave our second rounder this year and a first rounder next year
Wait, you gave your second round pick this year
and a first rounder
First
next
round
year.
next year.
to move
That's what it
up.
said.
What did you pick? You picked like 15th. So
Yeah.
you moved up 15 plus 8, 23. You moved up 23 spots.
They said something about a 26th too.
Yeah, that's the first rounder from next year.
And what do you get? This and what pick? 'Cause it looked like you got another pick.
I forget what it
I think a
said.
third rounder this year.
Okay.
Man, that's
Well, the Ravens are looking for edge rusher, safety, interior
They're taking
O-line.
Starks. They need a safety.
Yeah, I just don't know how they don't take Starks here.
They need a safety.
man.
Man.
I
That's
don't
scary.
see the
How about
full
your
trade.
Falcons moving up and taking? Wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't we take Starks? I
Two
love that
rushers,
kid.
though. You know, 2 rushers.
That is crazy, right?
You know,
Who's ever done that? Can you remember a time when a team took 2 of the top edge rushers in the draft class?
I don't know. How about the time where a team was stacked on defense, really need a running back, and they had somebody else?
If
about-
we traded our 2 guys, we might be in
Imagine.
a better spot. Man,
Who's in the pipeline? What are they thinking that they're not drafting somebody? Because who's going to be left?
I just want to see the full details of this
Henderson.
trade. I missed it when it was on the screen.
I thought it said 26th and 2nd, but I could be wrong.
On Twitter, this guy says, "Congrats to the Falcons on making a truly horrible trade that will age terribly."
Yo, sounds like a Malachi fan.
Oh my God.
It's just the way it was done and who they picked, you know?
Falcons are nuts. Also, Houston missed out on the better trade. I just want to see what this trade is, man.
Yo, you know what they say? Don't read the comments. Watch the video, but don't read the comments, right? The pick is in. Malachi goes.
Says the only team ever draft 2 edge rushers in the same draft, the Rams in 24.
Well, hopefully we win the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't understand. Why in the fuck would you take 2 edge rushers?
Yeah, I mean, you know your
you know
team.
why?
Did you need 2 edge rushers?
We signed 2 in free agency. We signed Leonard Floyd from you guys, and we signed Morgan Fox.
I mean, we've been talking about it all year, how we could, couldn't touch their
How old is
quarterback.
Fox? Is Fox 30?
Yeah, somewhere
Here
in
it
there.
comes.
Yeah,
Yeah. There he is.
he's gonna be thrilled about being on that team too.
Mr. Pink, baby.
Literally the only
Yeah,
player in
they're a
this entire
good team.
draft that I wanted. I hate the Falcons.
You know my thoughts on the Ravens. I am
Do you think
not
he
a
goes to
Ravens fan.
that guy we just traded for? You think he goes to Detroit or Washington? I don't.
No.
Do you think he went to the Ravens? Obviously not. Does he go to? I guess he could have went to the Chiefs or the Eagles, but come on,
Who,
man.
Malachi? I mean, Broncos. That's obvious. You'd go to the Broncos.
Wow. Hey, let me read this to you. The Lions have made 19 free agency signings and lost 6 players as of April 24th, 2025. Look at these additions.
Oh my gosh.
DJ Reed, Roy Lopez, Kenneth Yeba, Kyle Allen, Grant Stewart, Derek Barnes, Marcus Davenport, Levi Omunzurki, Tim Patrick, Anthony Pittman, Craig Reynolds, Ezekiel Turner, Miles Adams, Mitchell Agude. Wow.
They re-signed everybody.
Says they have 6 losses. Notable. Wow. Nothing notable for losses.
So they just added a bunch of players.
Looking to bolster their defensive line, specifically focusing on an edge rusher.
James Pierce
To
could have
pair
went
with
there. Huh?
Aiden Hutchinson.
Nope. This is Donovan. This is where he's going.
I think this might be Mike Green. He's got some
You know what?
meanness
They
in
also
him.
need a guard, though. They're talking about a guard, and you know who that is.
Still trying to find out what draft capital we gave up. I can't figure it out.
Donovan Jackson from Ohio State.
Who?
They need a guard? That's what I'm thinking. I think they beef up the O-line. Detroit.
Mike Green or Donovan Izukikara, whatever is how you pronounce that. That's who they're picking.
Donovan? Well, you got the first name right.
Yep. Or Mike Green.
It's one of the Donovans? Is that your final answer?
Donovan or Mike Green.
I think Donovan Jackson, guard. Ohio State. Boop.
That's what you're going with?
I'm locking it in.
I'm saying Mike Green. Can't believe they got Malachi Starks, man. Fuck. He felt like a Raven to me. Like just watching him play. You know what I mean?
As I said, he's going to be happy.
High IQ, fantastic tackler. Can
He
cover
felt like
the
a Raven,
slot.
or he felt like a Falcon?
Felt like a Raven. Damn it.
He's ready.
Yeah, of course he is. He
Ready.
should be a Falcon, dude. We just made the dumbest trade ever.
You never know. Maybe
Yeah, you never know,
maybe
Adam.
Pierce Jr. will be, one of the elite edge rushers for the next.
Listen, I don't even want to be a quarterback going up against the Falcons right now.
So we
They get like 6 good rushers.
finally found it. We gave up pick 26. We got pick 26 and pick 101, which is a third rounder.
Okay.
And we gave them pick 46, pick 242, and a first rounder next year. That's more than the Giants paid to move up to 25. So we paid more than the Giants paid.
Imagine.
And they got their starting quarterback for the next 10 years.
Yep.
Hey, where's Shador at?
That mustache.
Fuck, it's 11:15.
Are we staying up all night, guys?
No, we're packing up soon, and
What are you talking about? How long does this really go?
32.
How long does it go till?
you got about 45 minutes. Pick is in.
We know who it is.
It's Mike Green, dude. I'm telling
One of the Donovans. Man. You're never right
Doug, if you would have told me
about your team.
yesterday, Atlanta's going to get Jalen Walker, you're going to be pumped about it because he's from Georgia.
Yeah, dude.
And then they're going to trade back into the first round and they're going to take James Pierce Jr. I said, dude, that's so stupid. We trade back and we're taking a safety or a corner. And then I would have talked about you behind your back like, dude, my friend is so fucking stupid. He thinks Atlanta is going to trade back into the first round.
That's not happening.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's like the Broncos. That's like the Broncos trading in right now and getting Mike Green.
Not a running back.
I'll tell you, it's going to be Donovan or Mike Green.
That is so frustrating. Why didn't we just take Malachi
But
Starks?
it's fun. Here it comes. Thank you. Here it is.
Who?
Tyleek Williams.
Williams.
I don't even know who that is. Do you?
Wow, no, I don't. Ohio State defensive tackle.
Disruptive presence in both run and pass game. Powerful hands and good anchor. Can penetrate from multiple alignments. inconsistent from week to week performance, needs better hand technique, and lacks elite lateral agility. Man. Guys, can we talk about how Atlanta drafted 2 edge rushers in the first round?
Yeah, that's listen. That's all I want to talk
We
about.
can talk about how the Lions just blew this pick.
I took a D tackle.
Oh, dude, he's not even in like the top 30.
Yeah, but he's my 7th best D tackle on my list that I made.
Top 30 picks left.
Where's
Yeah,
that list
Top
at?
30.
In your notes?
My list? Yeah, I made it.
In the notes?
Yeah, I made it.
In the notes?
What notes, dude? I made it.
In your mind? You just have it all memorized?
Oh my god.
He's not even on the list. But he's in your notes.
He's in my top 10 defensive tackles.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Dude,
amazing.
imagine if the Titans traded up and took another quarterback, because that's what the fuck my team just did.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what I'm thinking. If Shador is still available, he's going to go to Atlanta. They're going to trade in again.
So here's my
So-
thoughts. I think Jalen Walker's probably going to play linebacker.
3% chance he'd be available at the 28th pick.
Yeah, so I think
I mean,
I still want to talk about this. I think Jalen Walker is going to play linebacker, and James Pierce Jr. will play edge. That's my thoughts. Anyway, I hope. Who else took a quarterback? Who was it that took a quarterback? Giants. Giants need to trade back in and take Jalen Milroe.
All right. Let's talk about the Redskins. They're on the clock. So, ads. They added Javon Kinlaw, Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, Marcus Mariota, Laramie Tunzel, and Debo Samuel.
Where's he from?
His mother's losses. They lost Jeremy McNichols, Will Harris, Tress Way. Wow, they let Tress Way go. He's like a big
Yeah.
Redskin like fan base, like huge.
well, he's punting somewhere else.
Many players, including other free. Yeah, that's it. Those are 3 losses.
The Washington Commanders have multiple needs in the draft, particularly at edge rusher, cornerback, and running back playmaker positions.
Trayvon Henderson.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't think so.
They made some improvements in free agency. They need to address these
Here's
positions
Mike
to
Green.
bolster their defense and offense.
Yep, Mike Green. Mike Green. This is a good
You
place
think?
for Mike Green. Yeah. Listen, it could be
It sounds like Mike Green.
it could
all
be
day.
Emamwari, it could be Will Johnson, it could be Mike Green, it could be that Jahad Campbell.
It could be Will Johnson.
I forgot he's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Damn.
Will Johnson is still
The
there.
best middle linebacker in the draft.
Jahad Campbell.
Who's
Still on
the
the
best
board.
middle linebacker? Who
Jod
is?
Campbell.
Jahad Campbell.
I hope Atlanta trades up for him.
This just in.
Yeah. Wow. Oh man.
The Atlanta Falcons give up their first round pick 2 year in 27.
Hold on.
Yeah, they're not going to be able
Yeah,
to draft
hold
for
on.
the next 3 years.
Hold on. So they're like, all right, guys. So we signed a $180 million quarterback. How can we? What should we do in the draft?
Let's get 3 linebackers.
Oh, okay.
Let's be
We'll draft Michael Penix Jr. We need 2 solid quarterbacks. This year's draft, we need edge rusher, so we'll draft one. And then how do we beat out last year when we took a quarterback when we didn't need one? We'll trade and take another pass rusher.
And then we're going to trade our 27th first round pick for another middle linebacker.
No, dude, edge rusher, Mike Green. No one's ever going to say Atlanta didn't take edge rushers ever again.
ever. I bet you they don't take one for the next 5 years.
let
Our
alone-
3rd round pick,
Let alone
edge
3.
rusher.
Let alone 3 in the first round.
Dude, listen to this. Listen to this. We got 5 picks left. No, 4 picks left. All edge rushers.
Yep.
That's what I'm hoping
We're
for.
in.
This would be a fun spot for Travion Henderson, honestly.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it'd
don't
be a
think-
fun spot for him.
I don't think they're going running back
It
here.
would, but I don't think they will either. I think they're going to take
Will Johnson.
And Mawari, Johnson, Green, Campbell. One of those guys.
Amenwari. Actually,
Yep.
that feels like a Redskins pick to me.
And none of them are up there right now.
I mean,
Well, those are
they
players
They
from
added
last
Kinlaw
year.
and they added Samuel.
Why not Campbell though?
What do you?
Who they showing? Mike Green.
Yep. There's Green.
They did trade away Sweat and oh my God, the other guy, Montez Sweat, and whoever the other guy was. I don't know. It's too late.
Wow.
Yeah, let's look at that crowd. See how. Oh man, they're still hanging and banging like crazy.
Who?
Josh Connerly Jr.
From
offensive
Oregon.
tackle.
Yeah, he's a tackle. Wow. I guess they wanted a little bit more protection.
You just never know.
Didn't scout him. Sorry, guys.
I mean,
That's a fun team to be a part of.
yeah.
They did a great job of protecting him last year. I don't understand the pick. They signed Laremy Tunzel. Huh. I was not expecting that pick.
Yeah, everything is defense. They talked about what they needed defense wise.
What do the Bills do? The Eagles are trading their pick to Atlanta so we can get Mike Green.
Losses. Amari Cooper, Mac Hollins. Additions. Joey Bosa, Joshua Palmer, Michael Hope, Ty Johnson, and Derek Forrest.
So they need a wideout. Sounds like. They only got Keon Coleman, right?
What do they need?
Looking like they need a cornerback, defensive tackle, edge rusher, wide receiver. Also looking to upgrade their safety and linebacker positions. So it's defense.
All right, so not a
And a
wideout.
wide receiver, maybe.
Trey Amos, maybe? They said cornerback, right?
Well,
Yep.
Will didn't go yet, right? Will Johnson? I don't
Will
think he was
Johnson
picked up.
didn't go.
He didn't
Not
go.
yet. Nope.
Yeah, he's probably the next best on the board. They're saying he doesn't have elite speed, but I don't know. Dude can cover. He shut down everybody. So, did they go corner? There's actually a couple good corners left. I think only Hunter, and
Sanders doesn't go in this round.
I think only Hunter and Jade went, right?
Yep, that's it.
Jody.
I really need to
So, yeah,
refresh
Will-
this, but I'm scared.
So Will Johnson and Trey Amos, right?
I like Trent. I like them both.
If they're gonna go edge rusher, that Donovan Azura
Donovan
Or Mike Green.
available.
or Mike Green.
He's got off the field shit, so I think people are avoiding him for that.
What did Mike do?
I think
Punch some girl in the face.
it was actually.
That's always.
I don't know if it was that, but I think it was some type of assault. I don't know if it was
He
a guy
argued
or
with
girl.
his hands.
Yeah. Huh.
How about that?
Yeah, this is the best Bills team ever, huh?
No, the best Bills team circled the wagons 4 years in a row and never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, this team won just as many Super Bowls.
No, without going to a Super Bowl. The Buffalo Bills from the early 90s
Yeah, I know.
went 4 years in a row.
But what I was saying is they won as many Super Bowls in the same span.
Yeah, but I'm saying they went to the Super Bowl all 4 years and lost all 4.
Well, from a win count perspective, it's the best Bills team ever.
You say Trey Amos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. The Falcons almost made my dreams come true.
They
That
almost
feels
did.
like 28-3 again.
Yo, they're stacked on defense.
Defensive
They just got to protect the man.
edge
That's all.
rushers.
Yo, everybody's rushing the quarterback. Yo, can you say blitz package
Just broke my glasses.
again?
Okay, let's see.
The pick is in.
Pick is in. I'm calling cornerback, and I'm saying Will Johnson all the way right
All
here.
right. They need an edge rusher.
Michigan in the house.
Mike Green.
They do want one. They cornerback, defensive tackle, edge rusher, wide receiver, also linebacker. This could be Campbell here.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I actually like that idea. So we shall see. Malachi Starks has me so bummed out, gentlemen.
You're gonna stew on it.
Yeah.
How long? You gonna call me later? Text us? Be mad about it.
I always found some type of happiness in a lot of our picks. Like a couple years ago, we took, we didn't need him, but we took Kyle Pitts. We didn't need Drake London, we took him. Then we took Bijan Robinson. Then we took Michael Penix. I kind of liked all those picks.
Yeah.
And I like Jalen Walker.
Yeah.
And I would have loved Malachi Starks.
You would have.
But you know what I got?
26.
Instead, you got another edge rusher.
That's.
Instead,
1.
I got another edge rusher.
I am so proud.
So those 6 consecutive years, they have 4 going to the Super Bowl. They have 73 wins, and that's what, 78?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's probably not as many games, right? Yeah, 16 games, 16 games, 16 games. So, yeah, so they're playing, what, 2 less games?
I'm too tired. I only want to say funny thing to myself there, but other people would have been very upset with what I had to say.
Uh-oh.
This is... Never mind, I'll keep my...
Bills picks in. Okay, here we go. Thank you for not... for keeping it to yourself.
Yeah. Mr. Edit himself.
I was gonna say, though...
Don't say it.
It was about...
Let's just have
It was
to
about
they
you
have to
running...
find a way to get to the Super Bowl.
And I will both punch you in the
No,
mouth.
it was about you running the
Right.
40. It wasn't about the kid in general.
Yo, let's not argue with our hands.
Let's go Buffalo.
Is that what he said?
Yep.
Yeah, for those
Go
who
Buffalo.
did not watch, there's a kid who won Make-A-Wish. Maxwell Harrison, cornerback.
What?
So they did not take Will Johnson.
Or Trey Amos. Like,
So,
Maxwell Harrison, man.
Hairston.
I mean,
That's what I did. Almost.
All right, so on my list, I put him at 6. Fast, twitchy athlete with good burst, aggressive mentality and coverage, excellent ball production in 2023. Takes too many risks in coverage, still developing man coverage technique, and needs better control and tackling. Doug, with the stats?
cornerback?
Yeah, they want one.
Yeah, they took him.
It's a cornerback, defensive tackle, edge rusher.
How many interceptions?
Like the Falcons.
2, probably.
I'm typing in cornerback. Like,
Type in his name.
Yeah.
what is it?
What
Maxwell?
are the stats on a quarterback?
Hairston. Hairston.
Yeah.
Like hair.
So funny. All right. So
Guys.
last year,
Did the Eagles win the Super Bowl or lose it?
What kind of question is that?
Look who's on the clock.
What, they just blew Kansas City out like that?
They traded, I guess.
Oh, I know what it was.
what?
Kansas City, instead of picking a player, they want a new referee crew. Yeah. Apparently you could do that.
That's the funniest thing in the draft. Second funniest thing in the draft.
Oh, man.
What's the funniest thing?
That's edge rusher.
Shador not getting.
I thought you were going to say a team being dumb enough to take an edge rusher early and then trade in and take an edge rusher.
Yo, I didn't even know you could draft referees. Did you?
Did they let their time expire? I didn't see that a trade was
No,
made.
it never came up.
I'm
So
still
what's
showing
up
the
with that?
Chiefs on the block, which is weird.
Yeah, they are on the. Oh well, I didn't refresh. Give me 5 minutes.
Picks in for the Eagles.
What happened here? Did the Chiefs just say go ahead and pick it because they didn't care?
They could have let the timer run out, but why would you?
Yes, I didn't see them on the timer at all.
I did not see him on the timer either.
Hey, chat, did you see them on the timer? I didn't see them on the timer.
Wonder what they take here. How many picks did Hairston have? Did you say it and I missed it because I saw the Eagles were on the clock?
He had 1 interception this year. He had 1 interception this year. He had 5 last year.
How many tackles?
He had 19 total tackles this year, 15 solo. Last year, he had 66, 53 solo.
Did he get hurt? I don't understand it.
I'm
Dude,
showing
the
him-
Eagles are on the clock. Something happened that we missed.
He was hurt because his last game was 9/21, and then his next game was 11/23.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
So he missed almost 2 months.
What happened?
Maxwell missed 2 months.
All right. I don't see what happened. So the Eagles traded 32 guys.
Yeah.
The Eagles pick is in.
The Eagles traded 32 and 164 to move up to 31.
Were they worried that Kansas City was going to take the guy they wanted?
Why? That doesn't make sense, does it?
They wanted Mike Green.
They all want the same players.
Mike Green?
Well, Mike Green, Josh Simmons, Donovan, all those players on both their
So,
teams.
Mike Green, I think, is a great edge rusher. However, off the field problems, what'd they draft last year? They drafted a great defensive lineman.
I'm
Off
reading
the
right
field
now
issues.
that the Eagles, out of everything, safety, defensive tackle, and linebacker.
Emin. So
He's on both lists.
luckily the pick's
Both
in,
teams will-
and we went to a train commercial.
So do they take Nick Emin right now?
They might have. They might take Josh Simmons. I doubt it, but they could have taken him.
Did they
Mike
need?
Green. Wow, that amazes me how you move up one spot.
And a linebacker, too. I mean, this might be a Campbell move.
Give up
I don't
160. What 160? Is that 4th round?
Yeah.
160,
It's a late one.
32, 64. That's 5th round. Wow.
And if you're the Chiefs and you don't care who you get, why wouldn't you do it?
But it's only
Yeah, you
one
get an extra
spot.
pick.
It's only one spot. I don't understand. Why would they do something like that?
The only reason
One
you do is if you're afraid they're going to take the guy that you're looking, and they are looking for the same type
Yeah,
of
but if
guys.
they're gonna take your guy, then they're not gonna trade. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe Eagles are saying, I want this guy. Right? They're saying, I want this guy. And they're like, Kansas City's looking at him too.
Well, how about this? Let's say you're the Chiefs, right? I'm the Eagles.
I'm never the Chiefs.
I call your war room, right?
Who are you looking at?
Yeah, who are you gonna take here?
I'm in between this guy and this guy.
I'll swap you picks. I'll give you a 5th rounder.
Done.
That's. I bet that might be what
That's
happened.
It's not kind of easy.
Ask me the same question again. Who are you looking at?
Hey, who you think about taking?
Tough one here, but I'm thinking maybe, who are you looking at?
I'm thinking about Nick Emin.
I'm probably going to tell you the truth and say Will
I'm
Johnson.
thinking Mike Green or Emamori. That's the two I'm looking at.
Why would you be honest? I mean, you want to check
Swap
him out?
picks if I send you my 5th? No, hold on. Swap picks. I'll send you my 7th.
Make it your 5th, and it's done.
Done.
Yeah, why didn't they do that?
That's what they did.
That might be what happened.
No, wait till you see how crazy this is. It's going to be something so stupid. I'll bet you they're going to get an edge rusher. Let's see.
Running back.
Anyone?
That's what Atlanta would do.
The 31st pick in the 2025 draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Shador Sanderson.
Oh, Dallas Dallas Goedert left too, right?
Dude, that'd
tight
be
end.
wild. That'd be wild.
Yo,
You're gonna play behind Jalen for 2 years.
didn't Dallas Goedert leave too? They're saying
Jalen
they need to
traded
address
to
the potential departure
Cleveland.
of tight end Dallas Goedert.
For Myles Garrett and a first-round pick.
Guys, they're doing it for Mason. They both went in tight end. Yeah, it just came
So
in.
Mason Taylor, by the way.
Just came in.
So
LSU.
he is the son of Jason Taylor, and his uncle is Zach Thomas.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about it. Look at this. Here it is. 31st overall pick. 32nd overall pick. 5th round pick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Twist my arm.
Can we go next?
I hope they take a running back. That's what Atlanta would do here. We got Saquon, but you know what? We need Travion Henderson.
Yeah, that's.
I told you.
That's the
Tight
best
end.
available running back right now.
We're fighting over Mason. Although you would think it would be Nick right now.
Here it comes. Middle linebacker.
Yep.
We mentioned him earlier.
That's what they needed. Yeah.
Do you think the Chiefs need a middle linebacker? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's mainly defense that they're beefing.
I like this kid too.
Yeah, me too. He's going to be a good leader for that defense. They still need a safety. I probably would take Emanwari if I was him.
I think I read somewhere like he had like a 3.3 GPA too. Like he's a smart kid.
So, exceptional athleticism and range, versatile, effective in coverage and pass rush, high football IQ and instincts.
Yep.
He's improved his block shedding, occasionally over pursues in his why can't I talk right now? Anyway,
Midnight.
occasionally over pursues. Still developing consistency in his run fits.
Yeah, here he is. A couple plays right here. Look.
So, awesome athlete.
Yeah.
Great tackler. He's going to be a locker room leader. Atlanta traded
look
back
at
into
that.
the first to take a pass rusher. He's got good in coverage.
Good thing you didn't drop that one.
He threw it to his chest.
Boom. Right to
Good
the line.
blitzer. Atlanta didn't take Malachi Starks. So he's even coming off the edge on this play. So good dip underneath the... Ooh. Makes a huge play. Atlanta traded into the first and took another pass
Now
rusher.
he's going to drop back here and pick one off again. Nope.
Good rush. Good rush.
That was a bad play by the quarterback.
Terrible play.
You know that, right? That was a bad play by the quarterback.
Damn, he's even dressed nice. I wish we drafted him, but we took 2 edge rushers.
Yeah, he doesn't have one of those $2 million rental necklaces.
And NIL money, baby. There's no rentals there.
Damn. That's such a good pick for them. The Chiefs pick is in.
Well, he's going to have a ring next year, huh?
Yeah. What do you have? Probably 200 tackles.
Wow, he's in love with Goodell, isn't he?
He had 200 tackles, 5 sacks probably.
Yeah, let me look
Yeah,
at
he's fucking...
Sorry, I'm so...
No, he's good. He's good. Look at that vest, dude. I love this kid.
So the pick is in for the Chiefs. It is similar, but it also says defensive tackle, offensive tackle, and running back. So,
If the Chiefs take a running back here,
All right, so he had 119 tackles this year, 55 solos, 64 assists, 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception. Last year he had 66 as a sophomore. He had 66, 34 solo, a half a sack, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 interception. So like 6'3", 244.
ain't nobody saying nothing in Green Bay.
Yep.
so
Even
I
spelled
promise you right here, Doug, if the Chiefs take a running back, I'm drafting him in fantasy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, whoever it is. If they take a running back right here,
Why do you say that?
he will be my fantasy running back because Andy Reid knows how to pump up running back numbers.
Yeah.
When he takes a guy, you know he's going to be awesome. Kareem Hunt.
Here comes Henderson, huh?
Dude, they have a solid running back.
Yeah.
Quinshawn Judkins.
It's a good pick by them.
By the way, Cleveland Browns are on deck. And their list of interest, there's a Shador Sanders.
A quarterback.
Cleveland, man, that sucks.
Cleveland has the first pick of the second round.
Unless
Why does Houston
The
have
Giants.
34?
There had to be with some trades and stuff somewhere along the way.
Yeah. They did trade back in. Did they trade with Houston? Is that who they traded with?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Browns trade with Jaguars.
The Giants, I mean. I think they did trade with Houston. So that would have been the Giants
Oh,
pick.
yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
It's not a bad move by Houston. Pick up a first rounder or whatever. Atlanta traded back in and took another edge rusher in case you guys forgot.
they're going to.
Oh, did they really?
Surprise.
Why didn't we take Malachi Starks?
I'm trying to figure it out.
All right, let's get this pick in.
Yeah. That's Betty buys. There we go. Is that a Derek Thomas jersey?
Looked like it.
A tackle.
So that makes me feel like the Eagles traded for no reason.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Unless someone was lying.
yeah, they bluffed him.
Yeah, maybe they,
Guys,
maybe they just
bluffed
lied
them.
like, hey, who you drafting? Nah, I think I'm
Knowing they might be looking for a
yeah,
pass rusher or something.
I think I might take Jihad Campbell.
Maybe Mike Green. That's not sure yet.
Yeah.
How
Maybe Amawari.
How is Nick still available?
Offensive tackle.
Well,
Will Johnson.
Anyway, so that was the first round, lady and gentlemen.
Donnie, everything you expected?
For your first draft, what do you think?
It all goes tonight, right? It's just going to keep on going.
To the 7th round?
Yeah.
No, there's more tomorrow and the next day.
When does it end?
Saturday.
You have Friday.
No, I
night,
mean
you have Friday and Saturday.
Tonight, I mean. I want to stay
Right
up
now.
late.
This is
I
it.
want to stay up.
This is it. No. You can stay up all night at your house.
So it's over? It's done?
Yeah, it's the first round.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, it's a round a day.
No. Just
That's
what are
the
your
thing.
thoughts on your
I
first
loved
first
it. I loved it. I loved it. I'm going to do a little bit more research. What time are we getting together tomorrow for round 2?
We're not. We'll cover
So-
that on a future episode.
Winners and losers. Your number one winner and your number one loser.
Man. I don't know.
All right, I'll go first. Giants. They take the best linebacker in the draft and then trade up
And get the quarterback they like.
and get the quarterback you like, which is he's probably the top 4 quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, I
So-
could see you arguing he's 2.
Okay, so that's my win. My loss, I'm going to give it to the Eagles. What are you doing? You're trading up one spot and giving up a 5th round pick. And obviously they didn't want a linebacker. They took an offensive lineman. So, yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Like an offensive lineman. Uh,
I can't wait to hear
All right.
your loss.
winners. Man, I'd like to say the Giants also, but
Giants had the best draft so far.
yeah. Man, if the Eagles would have stayed where they were at and took Jihad Campbell, I'd like to say that they were winners, man. Getting a talent like that, pick 32. But the fact that they gave up an extra pick for him, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. But losers, for me, Deion Sanders.
Oh, that's not good.
Dude, he's
Spot
pissed.
on.
That's not right.
He's pissed.
We need the sound.
He was mad an hour ago.
He is
Maybe an hour and a
pissed.
half. He was just not
He is fuming right
He's
now.
so mad. And deservedly so, you know? Because I think the Giants should have took him. Don't you think?
I do love Travis Hunter, man.
You think the Giants should have took him?
I don't know.
Huh. What do you think, Donnie?
guys?
Winner or loser?
I mean, I can't believe we don't have a running back, but we got a amazing cornerback, you know? So the defense is stacked. I'm really, really happy about that. I felt like throughout the year, Bo needed more weapons.
Yeah.
He needed to throw it to somebody, and we needed a running back.
So in the first round, winner and loser. Not how my team do.
Just want to talk about it, you know, because I'm just so much to take in.
I'm gonna stand up in a second.
That's better than looking
He's
under the
not
table.
wearing pants.
I'm not wearing pants. I think, yeah, I agree. I think it was an incredible win for the Giants.
I do.
I think
Shador gets a loss, huh?
Shador gets the loss. It has to be. Yeah. Has to be. Sorry, Dion.
All right, surprise of the draft. We'll make it quick.
Surprise of the draft?
Yeah.
There's a lot of little surprises.
Malachi Stark's going all the way to 27.
For me, Atlanta trading in and taking the same exact position that we already took. And then in round 3, Mike Green. Anyway, Donnie?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Anyway, that was our first semi-annual draft coverage. I say semi-annual because we'll be there next year.
Yeah.
Bing, bing.
Pittsburgh, here
Anyway.
we come.
Thanks for joining us,
Have a great night, guys.
and enjoy the rest of the draft.